Christmas season. Go Reds.
Hey, this is Kathy and Jay Roberts, wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Bill Norris from the Rebel broadcast team and the television station. Here's wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, this is Carl Klossman, wishing you to have a happy and joyous Christmas season.
Hi, I'm Frank Hoffman, and we with Rebel Football want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Jim Norris, and on behalf of my family, we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, and don't forget the reason for the season.
Hello, I'm Greg Moorhead. Thank you for viewing Channel 17. So, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and see you next year. God bless you all.
Hi, I'm Danny Cobb. I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Drew Lawson.
Hi, I'm Brian Bass.
We want to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas
And a Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Jim Mulhern, and I just want to wish you and all of your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us here at KWMS TV 17. Have a great holiday season.
Hi, I'm Derek Matthews. My wife Kara and I would like to wish you and yours a very happy holiday season.
Hi, this is Richard Fulton. My wife Linda and I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Jerry Rowart, Chairman, TV 17.
And I'm Ben Shockley, Director of Sales and Marketing at TV 17.
It's been an honor and privilege to bring you family programming and Rebel football every year since 1998.
And it's also been my honor and pleasure to be a part of the team to bring you First Baptist Church's West Monroe services every Sunday and the replays throughout the week.
From the entire staff of KWMS TV 17, we want to wish you and yours a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
More like it, Henning. You can kind of keep an eye on that.
You got 71 and 81, captain.
Rodney Durant Field in Shreveport, Louisiana. The Rebels taking on the Eagles of Evangel. West Monroe's Rebels headed onto the field as they make their way across the way. Good-looking uniforms. I like those. The white jerseys, the silver pants, the navy blue helmets. The Evangel Eagles in all red tonight. Red jerseys, red pants, red helmets with blue and white trim. As we get ready for the semifinals in 5A football. The winner of this game goes to the Louisiana Superdome. If the Rebels win tonight, they'll make an 8th straight trip to the Louisiana Superdome. They've been there every year for the last 7, won the championship in 4 of those, but the 3 they didn't were won by their opponent tonight, the Evangel Eagles. And as the captains make way to prepare themselves for the toss of the coin in the center of the field, we're going to head back down the field, call on Bill and his keys to the game tonight. So, Bill, take it away.
Well, Frank and Jim, I certainly appreciate it. First, let me say hi to Larry Green, a missionary in Brazil, listening tonight with his wife and 4 children. Larry and your wife, and we wish you guys a Merry Christmas. God bless you and your work you do down there, and I hope that you're going to be able to get it on the internet tonight. He listens every week. Sometimes it's pretty tough that far away, but he'll be listening tonight. Keys to the game, obviously, guys, for West Monroe, it's going to be time of possession. Time of possession, turnovers. Can't give the ball up deep in our own territory or deep in Evangel territory and give these guys any kind of short field to work with. They've got a great offensive scheme, and it'll be difficult enough to stop them just playing them heads up. And when we give things away, it's going to make it more difficult. So time of possession, turnovers is the key for West Monroe for Evangel.
Listen to your option completely before you give me your choice. If you don't understand your option, tell me you don't understand it, so we can go through again because you don't get a do-over. Okay? All right. We've all played the game and we've all officiated these big ball games before. We understand how important the ball game is. We know that you're going to hit one another, but we're going to require that you play the game properly. If you see somebody losing your temper on your side or you losing somebody on your side, we expect for you as captains and men to step in and take care of it before we have to. The game is too big to get decided on somebody doing something stupid. Okay? All right, guys. I have a Kennedy half.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. Captains Ryan Wood
and Tony Grant. Head side. The other side is tails, all right? You gonna call it? I want you to call it in the air loudly enough for it to be picked up by that parabola mic right there and Mr. Morgan. If I drop it, we're going to do it again, okay? Particularly the mic, because Mr. Morgan's deaf and he might not be able to hear it, okay? Call it in the air.
Heads.
What did he call? Heads. He called heads. It is heads. You want to toss. You want to defer?
Defer to the second half.
You want to defer to the second half. White has won the toss. You want to receive the football. Where you going to kick from? Step right over that.
Of the West Monroe High School program. They want to listen one more week.
Well, if you wanted to see Evangel get the ball and the Rebels play defense, you get your wish. Evangel's going to receive the football to get this game underway. The Rebels go on defense first. So it's the Rebel defense, the highly touted defense of West Monroe against the highly touted offense of Evangel. Evangel, of course, with quarterback Denny Duran at the helm. D-Rod, they call him here, a 5'10", 160-pound junior. Of course, John David Booty gave up his senior year, went on to Southern Cal this year, and didn't play at Evangel. Duran was to be a wide receiver, moved into the quarterback spot. He's got some great receivers to throw to, including Connor Campbell, who comes into the game with 71 catches on the year, and they get it to Dietrich James and Jacob Hester out of the backfield as well.
Oh, they certainly do. James has 47 receptions on the season. Hester has 40, so when he gets in trouble, he goes to those two guys.
And, of course, the West Monroe defense just seems to get better and better. Last week, a great effort. They shut out Catholic. Catholic scored once against the offense. Rebels won that game 35-6 in their quarterfinal game. To advance to this game for Evangel, they beat Huntington 38-18 last week. Overall, Evangel 9-3 on the year, and West Monroe's Rebels 12-1. Rebels haven't lost since the second game of the year. They lost that game to Carencro, and of course, Carencro, the #1 seed, playing in the other semifinal tonight. They play at Honville.
And that ought to be an outstanding game as well. Of course, Evangel has not lost to a team in Louisiana this year. They were defeated by Hoover, Alabama, De La Salle, as well as Longview, Texas.
Connor Campbell and Dietrich James are deep for Evangel, and Landon Slavant has that ball teed up for the Rebels. The Rebels will kick from the north 40.
And they will have the win at their back.
So the win at Landon Slavant's back as he waits for the whistle from the referee. There's the signal, and Landon Slavant kicks the football, and the semifinals are underway. A nice kickoff well into the end zone. It'll not be brought out of there. Dietrich James picks it up about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the Eagles have it on the 20-yard line. So no problem on the kickoff for Landon Slavant with a win in his back, sending that thing into the end zone. The Eagles take it first down and 10. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line as we get underway in the semifinals of 5A football. I'm Frank Hoffman here with Jim and Bill Norris. Stanley Doopy's with us tonight, our spotter, and our man Henny Knobloch.
Frank, I'm behind you so I can see. I'm right behind a block or a pillar, so I'm standing up behind you so that I can get a bird's eye view.
It's crowded everywhere tonight, including here in the press box. Here's Evangel, shotgun formation. Denny Duran back in the shotgun position, about 6 yards deep, sends a man in motion, right to left. That's Hester, and hands it off inside. Running with the football is James to the 25. He's out of bounds at 27. Maybe the 28-yard line. 7 or 8 yards on the first play of the game. Shamari Clemens ran him out of bounds for the Rebels, but out of the shotgun. They hand it off, and Dietrich James found some running room. 7 yards out to the 27-yard line. And the Eagles, with no huddle now, will have 2nd down and 3 yards to go.
They sent the big guy Hester one way and came back with the run in the opposite direction.
Again, quarterback Denny Duran back in the shotgun. He's all by himself back there this time. 3 receivers left, 2 go right. Long count by Duran. Gets the snap, a 4-man rush. Duran looks and throws over the center of the football field. It is overthrown and incomplete. Good coverage by the Rebels. The intended receiver that time was Jacob Hester, flying down the left sideline. Good coverage, though, by Shamari Clemens, who was back there, Jim. In fact, double coverage along with Marcus Van Buren. Duran threw it well long, and it's 3rd and 3 now for the Eagles.
That's the linebacker. That was Mag Dampier also in coverage. Hester was in the slot.
3rd down and 3. One running back set alongside Denny Duran back there, who checks off, shouting instructions to his teammates. Duran with 3rd and 3 from the 27-yard line, sends that man Campbell in motion right to left. He's all by himself back there, and Duran gets the snap and looks to throw, and he fires. The pass is incomplete. They dropped it over the center of the football field. It was Campbell. Connor Campbell, who had 71 catches coming into the game. He hit him right in the hands. He dropped the football. It is 4th and 3. The Eagles cannot pick up a first down on their first possession, though they got 7 yards on first down, and they will go into punt formation.
So they got 7 with the run and 2 incompleted passes. Campbell probably has the most sure hands on the team, but he couldn't come up with it.
Jared Jennings will punt the football for Evangel. The dangerous Vickery. Jared Vickery is deep. Big rush coming by the Rebels, but the kick is away.
Short.
Wobbling punt, bouncing around midfield into Rebel territory. Picked up by Valerie, the 45. He's to midfield and going to be finally stopped about the 48-yard line. So for the Rebels, Vickery with the return. Jared Vickery grabbed that football, returned it across the midfield stripe. And Jim, great field position for the Rebels. First down at the Evangel 48-yard line.
Short kick in the up man. I believe that was Van Buren that picked it up. Good job by Van Buren, and you're right, Frank. Excellent field position for West Monroe, just what they wanted.
So Marcus Van Buren gives the Rebels first down in Evangel territory from the Evangel 48-yard line. The Rebels have 2 receivers right in a slot. And an eye backfield back there with Banks at fullback and Gooden at tailback. Saunier runs the option, fakes, pitches out to Gooden. He breaks 1 tackle in the backfield, but he's in trouble, and they have him back at the 48-yard line. He lost 4. The Rebels ran the option and pitched to Gooden, but well defended by the Eagles as linebacker Jason Rogers came across there. And the Rebels lose 4 back to the 48, but now, Jim, a very late flag has gone down, and the Rebels seem to be cheering that call. This may be a call against Evangel after they'd thrown the Rebels for a 4-yard loss on first down.
Well, it was an outstanding play by Evangel, and they were awfully proud of themselves. I think they might have celebrated, talked a little bit too much to some of the Rebel players, and a late flag came down. I think they're going to cost the mark 15 against Evangel.
As they mark this off, let's go to the field. The Superior Motors report from Bill Norris. Bill?
Well, the defense tried to throw a lot of looks at Evangel when they had their first offensive series, and it worked. Connor Campbell should have made the catch, dropped the ball, and now a big penalty against Evangel. And West Monroe will pick up 15 and move it inside the 40-yard line. Interestingly enough, during the pregame warm-ups, Levant was kicking them from about 50 yards in this direction because of the wind.
15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. The celebration after the play. The Rebels had lost 4, but now it's 1st and 10 West Monroe. The football at the 37-yard line of Evangel. Saunier has Banks back there. Gooden dotting the I at tailback. There goes Barfield in motion. The Rebels run the option and fake inside. Saunier across the 35. He's down to the 33-yard line. He weaved his way for about 4 yards off the option that time. And Jacob Hester, out there playing defense for the Eagles, made the tackle at the 33-yard line.
Pretty good read, though, by the senior quarterback for the Rebels, Ben Saunier, and a good push by the right side of that offensive line, big Jesse Sillette and Garrett McGrew.
Second down, about 6 yards to go for the Rebels after that 4-yard gain. The football at the Evangel 33. Opening possession, West Monroe. No score in the game in the first quarter. And now as the Rebels come to the line, the officials are stepping in and stopping play for some particular reason. And what's that? An official timeout.
I think they've got a problem with the chains over at about the 34-yard line, close to where the ball is being spotted.
We played 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the game. Evangel was 3 and out, punted away to West Monroe, got a short punt off. The Rebels, Marcus Van Buren, returned it to the Eagle 48. The Rebels got 1 first down via the penalty, an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Evangel. And right now at the Evangel 33-yard line, it's second down, 6 yards to go for West Monroe.
And that was a huge break, that 15-yard penalty, because West Monroe had lost about 4 yards on first down.
Saunier has Banks behind him along with Gooden. A slot eye, a tight slot eye. Slot man goes in motion. That's Middleton. Pitch it out to Gooden, sweeping left to the 30. He's down to the 25, and he's got a first down to the 20-yard line. Frank Gooden with a toss sweep running left, and good blocking ahead of him. Finally, Wes Winston knocked him down. They're going to say he's out of bounds at just shy of the 20 at about the 22-yard line of the Eagles. It's first down and 10 yards to go for West Monroe.
And that time the running back ran behind Josh Randall and Larry Shapley and the tight end, Tyler McConaughey.
Here comes Pilcher wide to the right side of the football field, and Daniel Barfield in the slot out there. And again, Banks and Gooden in the eye. From the 22, Saunier takes the ball. He hands off to Gooden inside, looks for room inside the 20. He's going to be hit down at about the 19-yard line. Maybe not that much for Gooden that time. So tough going that time inside for Gooden, as he is hit in there by Hester again. And they'll place that ball just inside the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 yards on the play. Second down and 8 yards to go. Do we have a flag on the play, Jim?
Another late penalty being called. Flag is on the ground at about the 23-yard line. Not sure who it's going to go against. But the officials, all 4, are huddled up at about the 23. Here it comes.
Wow. Half the distance penalty will be assessed against Evangel. Now, the Rebels had moved the ball just inside the 20, near the 19-yard line of the Eagles. And a half the distance penalty there should put it inside the 10, somewhere around the 9-yard line, though the penalty has not been assessed yet. But two penalties, both unsportsmanlike conduct calls going in this opening possession for the Rebels against Evangel.
So they move it from about the 24
about the 9.
To about the 9, you're right. Big break once again for West Monroe. That's one thing Evangel doesn't do well, and that's get called for penalties. They're averaging more than 100 yards per game in penalties.
First and goal, the Rebels from the 9. Double tight, double wing formation. Only Banks back there behind Saunier, and Saunier will give it off to Banks, who runs straight ahead to about the 7, maybe the 6. So Banks looking for running room inside, didn't find much. In fact, they gave him too much. They're going to knock him down around the 9-yard line. Jason Rogers, the linebacker, met him. Nothing in the play. In fact, maybe even lost a half a yard back near the 10-yard line. Good job by the Eagle defenders that time.
So it'll be second down and goal. Looked like Banks broke through the tackle of Jacob Hester, but an awful lot of Eagles behind Hester.
Same formation, Jim. Double tight, double wing. The Rebels take the ball and give it inside to Banks. He's to the 5. He's to the 4-yard line. He got about 6 yards that time. And here's a late flag going down again as Brandon Banks banged it down to the 4. Let's see what this flag is all about.
It's going to be Garrett McGrew. He hit somebody a little bit late. He was trying to block, And that's going to be a big one because that will move West Monroe back 15 yards and make it may be after the play. That could be 3rd and goal. Excuse me, it's going to be a block, illegal block.
Penalty is against West Monroe's Rebels. So the Rebels had it down about the 4-yard line, but now they talk it over with Evangel. And here's the step off against West Monroe. That'll move the ball back to around the 13-yard line. It's still goal to go. It's 2nd down again, but 2nd down and goal to go. The football at the 13-yard line of Evangel.
So instead of 3rd and goal from about the 4, it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 14.
Semifinals in 5A football. 2 of the best programs in America squaring off right here in Shreveport tonight. Here are the Rebels, 2nd down, goal to go, 13 yards away. High backfield this time behind Sonye. He'll run the option. He will fake it inside and keep it himself to the 10. He's down to the 7-yard line. So 6 yards for Sonye off the option after faking the Banks down the line on the right side. Free safety Josh Barron made the tackle on him. The Rebels get it back inside the 10, down to the 7 of the Eagles, and it's 3rd down and goal to go, 7 yards away.
And a great read that time by Ben Sonye, and he gives the Rebels a good chance here, 3rd and goal from about the 7.
Drew Gadbury, the senior center, leads the Rebels up to the line of scrimmage. Double tight formation, a wing set right in Frost. Rebels need 7, run the option, give it to Banks inside. He's at the 5, he's going to be driving down to the 2. They fumble the football, scramble for it. Evangel claims they have it, do they? Waiting for the official to say.
They're going to call him down.
The Rebels maintain possession of the football. Eagles had the ball, but they ruled him down, and Jim, it's at the 2-yard line. So it is 4th down and goal to go for the Rebels from the 2 as the Eagles stop him there. Now, what does Coach Don Childs do? Do you go for it or try to take the 3 points here?
Well, I don't see our kicker anywhere near the huddle. It looks like they're going to go for it. A huge, huge play early in this football game.
That ball's really about the 2.5-yard line. It is out near the 3-yard stripe. So the Rebels about 2.5 yards away, 4th down, goal to go. Double tight formation. Here's a fumble in the backfield, and Evangel has it at the 6-yard line. Rebels fumbled it, never got the handoff away, and Wes Winston recovers the football for Evangel. And the Eagles take it 1st and 10, their own 6, and they keep the Rebels out of the end zone.
And that was all West Monroe. Ben Sonye just lost the handle as he was trying to give a handoff back to Frank Gooden. It might have hit Banks as he held the ball out of his hand as he was getting ready to give it to Gooden. It might have hit Banks and caused it to fall on the ground. The Rebels never had a chance.
So the Eagles have the football. It's really about the 7-yard line. No score in the game, 6:48. Rebels control the football, but go away with nothing. 0-0 our score. Duran back in that shotgun. All by himself back there. He's about 2 yards deep in the end zone awaiting the snap. There's the football. Duran back in the end zone looking to throw and firing out of there way up the field. This pass is incomplete and almost intercepted. Closest man to the football was the defensive back David Lewis for West Monroe. So Duran's pass is long as he threw it out of the end zone dangerously. And the Eagles have 2nd and 10 from their own 7-yard line.
And a 4-man rush that time as Duran set about 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Washington, Treshelle, Hood, and Slocum applied good pressure.
Connor Campbell wide to the left side of the football field. Derek Dunn's in the game as a wide out, and 2 running backs set alongside Denny Duran. That'll be James and Hester. Hester goes in motion to the right side, and Duran has the snap. Hands to James, running right. He's looking for room. He's at the 10. Good run to the 15, 20, and down at the 24-yard line is James with a 1st down run. That's the same play they opened the game when they got 7 yards on that play. Matt Slocum knocked him down this time at the 24-yard line of Evangel. It's the 2nd 1st down of the game for the Eagles. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Well, once again, Hester went one way, and they came back with the run, and he was open, had plenty of room. Shamari Clemens, though, missed a tackle at about the 10-yard line.
So a 1st down the Eagles, their own 24. Here's Duran back in the shotgun again, and again he has Hester and James standing with him back there. D-Rod Duran, they call him. There's a snap. Duran, and a short snap went to Hester, who runs it across the 25, and he's going to be stopped about the 28-yard line. Jordan Gio nailed him. But instead of snapping it to the guy back on the shotgun, the quarterback, Denny Duron, the direct snap went to Hester. He ran it straight up the gut, and he got about 5 yards on the play out to the 28, where it is 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles.
And I'm not sure if the Eagles have completed the pass tonight, Frank. They've moved the ball, but they've done so on the ground.
On the ground so far, they picked up 2 first downs. Actually, 1 first down, and that's during this possession. Duron, 2nd down 5, hands off inside. It's James across the 35, and he's knocked down the 37-yard line. Dietrich James inside. Shamari Clemens, the sophomore safety, makes the tackle. Well, the Eagles have another first down, this one at their own 37-yard line.
And what a turn of events, a shift in momentum. 4th down and goal from the 2 for West Monroe on a fumble, and now Evangel is on the move.
Again, Duron is back in the shotgun, and he has Dietrich James to the right side, and Jacob Hester standing alongside him to the left. 2 wide receivers right, 1 goes left, and in the shotgun snap, Duron gets the ball. He runs to the right side himself, and he's at the 40. The Rebels have him at the 41. 3, maybe 4 yards on that play. That was a run all the way. Duron in the shotgun got the snap and took off to the right side. David Trichelle, 224-pound senior, made the stop for the Rebels. We'll call it the 41-yard line on a gain of about 4. 2nd down, 6 yards to go now for Evangel.
And Nick Hood coming off the field. He's being replaced by Antoine Moy, I believe. I think Antoine's wearing number 68 tonight, and he's trying to give the Rebels a little bit more presence inside.
Campbell goes wide left, a couple of receivers right. Duron will send James in motion this time on 2nd and 6 from the 41, and they give the short snap straight ahead Hester, and he's across the 45 and stopped the 46-yard line, a yard shy of the first down. That time, Alexis Washington squeezing down made the stop. But again, they had the short snap directly to Hester. He ran it straight ahead, and at the 41-yard line, Evangel has 3rd down and a yard to go.
And right now, Evangel abandoning the pass, unable to complete a pass thus far tonight. They're simply running the ball and doing it pretty effectively.
And this time, Duron is down under center for the first time of the game. Backfield split behind him. They need a yard for the first down, and they will give it off to Hester. He is hit in the backfield. He drives forward. He may have the first down. Probably will. He got a good spot out of the 48-yard line. Luke Sanders came across, Jim, and had a big hit on Hester. But the big guy, Hester, 235 pounds, drove it out to about the 48-yard line. The 47.5, going to be close enough to measure. But from our vantage point, it looks like he probably has the first down.
Bill, I think it's going to be a first down. That might have been David Trichelle with that initial hit, finished off by Luke Sanders.
It is a first down for Evangel with the football at the Eagle 48-yard line. So again, they do it on the ground. They haven't completed a pass yet.
Well, they haven't needed to on this drive. They've moved it extremely well on the ground.
This started back at the 7 after recovering a Rebel fumble. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Duron to throw, and he fires. This time it's incomplete off the hands of Hester. That pass was on the mark too, but Jacob Hester just didn't bring it in off his fingertips as Mac Dampier was on the coverage. Bring it back to the Evangel 48-yard line, and there the Eagles have 2nd down and 10 with 3:50 remaining in the first quarter and no score in the game. Rebels got it down inside the 10 but could not get the score. Fumbling away on 4th down, and Evangel has advanced it from the 7 right where we are, the 48, their own 48-yard line. Shotgun for Duron on 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Has one back with him back there. I think that's going to be James, and he hands it to James, running to the left side, giving ground. He's losing yardage back at the 45, and a good tackle for West Monroe. Luke Sanders came charging across there and made the tackle on James. Jim, they'll lose 3 yards on the play back to the 45.
A delayed handoff that time to James. He was looking for room to run, no room inside. He was trying to run in between the tackles, and he bounced it outside when he didn't find any room inside. And great speed, closing speed by Luke Sanders resulted in about a 3-yard loss.
It is 3rd down, about 13 yards to go for Evangel. All by himself in the shotgun is Denny Duron. 3 receivers wide left, 2 are right. There's a snap. The Rebels are coming. Duron's pass is away, and it is caught by Hester. The 40 to the 35-30. He's going all the way. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and Jacob Hester is in for the touchdown. The first pass completion of the game And it's a touchdown pass of 55 yards for the Eagles from Denny Duran to Jacob Hester.
And that time, Coach Arledge brought the pressure on Duran. He stayed in the pocket, had plenty of time, and it was 3-on-2 to the left side. A missed tackle by David Lewis resulted in a touchdown.
And we'll go to the field. Here's Bill in the Superior Motors report.
Well, it really wasn't the pressure as much as it was the missed tackle, guys. You can't hit Hester with the shoulder. You got to wrap him up in order to bring him down. A great athlete, and Evangel strikes first here on this one.
Jared Jennings, extra point is good, and we'll be back with the score. Evangel 7, the Rebels nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football.
You know, before I had laser vision correction, I was so farsighted, I couldn't see to bait this hook without glasses.
And before I had it, I was so nearsighted, I couldn't see that cork out there.
I'm just glad there's someone here locally with plenty of experience in laser correction.
You're right, experience is definitely the key.
That's why I chose you to correct my vision.
And that's why I chose you to do mine.
Hike Humble Laser Center. Call 32-LASER for your free appointment.
Now is the time to shop Daniel Appliance and Furniture, your total home store. Stop in today and save on bedrooms, mattresses by Bemco, dining rooms, sideboards, family rooms, sofas, and recliners by Best, starting at $279. Exquisite furniture at popular prices for every room. Daniel Appliance and Furniture, Louisville Avenue in Monroe.
His specialty is cooking, but his delight is people. A natural combination at Barbecue West. For more than 20 years, Robert Lewis has perfected secret recipes. Prime roast beef and saucy sausage, choice chicken and lip-smacking ribs. His menu features flavors beyond comparison. Thursday is steak night, seasoned to perfection on an open grill. It's cooking and people at Barbecue West. Barbecue at its best. Monday through Saturday, 10 till 10. Sunday, 10 till 2 at Key West Plaza in West Monroe.
Evangel to kick it off. Here's Jared Jennings kickoff. The Rebels under it. It'll be Van Buren, the 10 to the 15-20. Marcus Van Buren is hit and stopped at about the 22-yard line. So the Rebels back out to their own 22 as Van Buren returns it there. 1st and 10 Rebels, the second possession of this game now for West Monroe. Talk about a turn of events. The Rebels had that football about to score. And then on 4th down, they fumbled it away down near the goal line. Evangel started the 7, and they drive it 93 yards, including a 55-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Hester.
And when Duran finally completed the pass, it was a big one, and it resulted in a touchdown to Hester. Of course, it was aided by that missed tackle in the secondary.
2:54 remaining first quarter. Rebels down 7-0. Rebel offense sending 2 wide receivers left in a slot formation. Banks the fullback, the tailback Frank Gooden behind senior quarterback Ben Saunier from their own 22. Barfield comes in motion. Rebels give it inside to Banks, and he's knocked off his feet after gaining 2 to the 24-yard line. So Banks for just a couple as Patrick Frazier, defensive end, makes the hit. 2nd and 8 for the Rebels, their own 24.
And it was big Tim Henderson. We saw Tim Henderson the last 2 years playing along the offensive line. He's playing defensive tackle now for Evangel. He's 6'4", about 310. He really clogged up things there in the middle.
He plays both ways with his football team.
And primarily they're using him now on defense. Of course, Hester is at linebacker right now, and he is going both ways in this football game.
And of course, he just scored that pass, that touchdown on the 55-yard pass.
Is there another flag? There is.
$15-yard penalty moves it out to the 39-yard line. Personal foul against Evangel. 1st down, West Monroe. The Eagles had 2 unsportsmanlike conduct calls in the opening drive for West Monroe. This time it's a personal foul. 1st down, Rebels, their own 39. Saunier will send Middleton in motion this time out of the slot and take that ball and give it to Banks straight ahead. Bangs it out to about the 42, maybe the 43. Call it the 42. 3 yards inside for hard-running Brandon Banks, who came into the game with almost 1,000 yards on the year. And Jacob Hester, who's in there at linebacker, made the tackle, Jim.
But once again, those 2 defensive tackles, Mark Moss, 6'1", 235. He's a senior. And big Tim Henderson, 6'4", 310. Just hard to move those guys out of there right now.
Rebels have 2nd and 7 as Pilcher and Barfield go wide left in a slot formation.
Moss trying to get his helmet back on after that collision with Brandon Banks.
Drew Gadberry up front, Josh Randall, Garrett McGrew, Jesse Shillette, Larry Shapley up front for West Monroe. Tight end is Tyler McConaughey. 2nd down and 7 from the 42. It's Banks again across the 45 midfield. Banks to the 40, the 35, and he's hit down from behind at the 35-yard line. Banks breaking loose. Wes Winston caught up with him and knocked him down the 35. But wait a minute, there is a flag down back around the line of scrimmage. Let's see what that is all about. They're going to call holding against West Monroe. They're going to nullify the run.
What a big run that was by Brandon Banks, but apparently it was aided by a holding penalty.
Banks had advanced that thing almost to the 35-yard line, breaking into the daylight before being brought down from behind. Well, they bring it back to the point of the foul and step off 10 yards against the Rebels.
And this first quarter moving awfully fast, 1:51 to go, and it's 7-0 in our first quarter sponsor tonight.
There's that mark off, Jim. The 10-yard step off back inside the 35 goes to about the 32-yard line.
So a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which apparently was at about the 42. So that puts the Rebels in 2nd down and extremely long. It's going to be about, 16, 17 yards.
Got to go to the 49 for the first down. They have it at their own 32, and back to throw Sonny out of the backfield he goes. It is incomplete and almost intercepted. One of the Eagles got a hand on it out there, and I think it was Wes Winston, and he batted it in the air and incomplete. So it is an incomplete pass, and for the Rebels, back at their own 33-yard line, it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
And we want to thank our first quarter sponsor, Lakewood Physical Therapy, for sponsoring tonight's first quarter on the airways. Give Tracy Brooks and Cole Padgett a call at 396-2044.
3rd down, the Rebels. Football their own 33. 3rd and about 16. Here's Saunier. Inside to Banks, and he's across the 35, but that's all. Stopped at the 36-yard line. West Monroe will have 4th down and have to punt it away to the Eagles.
And so this possession by West Monroe, they got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike call against Evangel. Put them in pretty good field position, had a big Banks run that was called back by the holding penalty, and they're going to send the ball back now to the Evangel Eagles.
Chase Jennings will be back for Evangel. High snap, but and Slavant lost it. He tries to pick it up, finally does, and he's not going to be able to kick the ball. They have him back around the 15-yard line. Now he fumbles, scramble for it, and Evangel's going to have it inside the 10 of the 7-yard line. Evangel did not have a rush coming. The ball was a high snap and not controlled by Slavant. He finally picked it up, could not get a kickoff as Evangel had gotten to him. Then he fumbled the football, and the Eagles a huge opportunity here with a 1st down and goal to go about the 7-yard line. Let's go to the field and check in with Bill. Evangel, 1st and goal from the 7. Shotgun for Duron, awaiting direct snap and sends Hester in motion. Duron gets the ball, hands it to James, running left. The Rebels hit him and knock him down the 5. He got a couple of yards, and that's all. As they gave it off to Dietrich James coming back from the right side. Same play they opened the game. In fact, they've had a couple of opportunities of success with that play. That time he got 2, and it's 2nd down, goal to go from the 5-yard line. Shamari Clemens was up there to make the tackle.
Well, Frank, going back to that punt attempt, the punter had it simply all day to go back and field the ball and kick it. He didn't realize it was fumbling it with his back turned to the on-rushing Evangel Eagles, and when he finally got it, they eventually got to him as there's a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field, we'll be back. Evangel has it on the 5, and this is West Monroe football.
AFCO has been your full-service scaffold rental company, created to meet the demand for flexible, cost-effective industrial scaffold rental and erection services with performance and competitive pricing. With our impressive inventory of scaffold equipment, we can meet all your industrial scaffold needs. Headquartered in Baton Rouge, come see us at our local office at 3901 Whites Ferry Road in West Monroe, or call us at 396-6277.
Evangel going quickly now. They have it at the 5-yard line, pitching it out. Hester runs left. He's at the 3, the 2, the 1, and Hester is in for the touchdown for Evangel. A little trickery that time by the Eagles. They lined up one way, then shifted quickly. Duran went down under center, took the snap, pitched out to Jacob Hester, and he scores from 5 yards out, and the Eagles lead it 13-0 with 17 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Hester came into this ball game with 23 touchdowns, 21 on the ground, 2 in the air, and he's got 1 on the ground and 1 in the air tonight for a 25 total on the season.
Hey, we want to thank Lakewood Physical Therapy for sponsoring tonight's first quarter on the airways. Give Tracy Brook and Co. Badgett a call at 396-2044. The extra point is up and the kick is good, and we'll be back with a score. Evangel 14, West Monroe nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Not quite a stop sign. Yet not a matter to be taken lightly either. No problem. You've come prepared. Plenty of stopping power. And plenty of get up and go. Kelly is a good deal on a great tire.
You know, I'm going to try the watermelon lizard in the Club Bass tournament Saturday.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hey, I think I'm going to go with that bubblegum french fry and that rock pile I told you about.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Is everything for you? Oh, the gas for the truck.
Total's $22.95. It's your turn.
Always my turn.
And by the way, if it's overcast again, I try a half-ounce yellow spinnerbait with double number 4 willow leaf blades.
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean,
We speak bass, too. Citgo, we know you.
Jared Vickery is deep for West Monroe along with Marcus Van Buren as the Eagles prepare to kick it off. And it'll be Jared Jennings to kick it off for Evangel. Good kickoff, man.
Story of the game thus far. Opportunities taken advantage of by Evangel on the turnover, not taken advantage of by West Monroe when they had the ball inside the 10.
Kickoff by the Eagles, taken by Vickery about the 18, across the 20, 25, 30. He's out to the 33-yard line. Good return by Jared Vickery for the Rebels as they're going to work at their own 33 with only 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Let's head down to the sidelines across the way, and here's Bill. Bill, are you there, my man?
He's got a problem, I think, with his microphone. Do you need a battery, Bill?
I may.
We got you there.
We'll check back with Bill in just a moment as the Rebels go first down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Here's Saunier with a slot right and a wide receiver left, and the Rebels will fake it inside. Saunier himself has it. He's pulled down at the 35-yard line. A couple of tough yards. Josh Barron, the free safety, came up to make the hit on the senior quarterback, and Saunier goes down the 35, where the Rebels left second down and about 8 yards to go.
Right, that's the last play of the first quarter.
We'll be back. Evangel controls the first period of play, and it's the Eagles 14, the Rebels nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Look down. Does your floors need replacing? This time, call the experts, J.E. Dupy, for name brand carpets, hardwoods, and vinyls in the newest colors, textures, and designs. For over 47 years, J.E. Dupy has served thousands of satisfied customers throughout this area with quality products, expert installation, and friendly service. We know our reputation depends on customer satisfaction. So call J.E. Dupy and join our happy family of satisfied customers.
So our wireless network, it works here?
Yes.
Here? Yes. Here? No.
No? Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
It's no. Do you want some of this? Let's rumble. Let's go tonight. Karen, you're the customer. Surely this is enough network for you, yes?
No.
Do we think alike or what? You want wireless coverage wherever you go. So at Alltel, we're expanding our digital network by over 150,000 square miles. Better digital coverage?
You got that right.
Alltel.
Frank Hoppen, Jim and Bill Norris, Eddie Knobloch, Stanley Duffy, will you? Second and about 8. Sonye back to throw. They have him. He's sacked back at the 29-yard line. Sonye rolling right, but never had much of a chance that time as the Eagles came pouring in, and the nose guard, Lydell Smith, will get the sack. They'll put it down at about the 29-yard line. So the Rebels lose yardage in the play. It brings up third down and about 15 yards to go now.
And Frank, the inability to get positive yardage, much positive yardage on first down resulted in the Rebels having to go to the pass on second and long, and that resulted in a sack as absolutely no one put a hand on Mark Moss.
Ryan Pilcher wide to the left side of the football field. Rebels send 2 receivers right. Sonye goes down under center. Third down 15. Sonye back looking to throw, and he fires. It's batted away, and Sonye catches it himself and runs forward to the 30, out to the 35, and he's going to be stopped there. Sonye threw the football. It was batted in the air back into the hands of Sonye. So he threw the pass and completed it to himself. And he managed to gain about 5 yards after he caught the football. But it's going to be fourth and about 10 as Reagan Burns is the guy got the tackle that
There's
time.
a flag down. Face mask called against Evangel. They grabbed Sonye's face mask. But you're right. The ball was batted into the air at the line of scrimmage. Sonye, with the presence of mind, he caught it, acted like he was going to throw it. Then he ran with the football, and they grabbed his face mask at about the 30, even though he advanced the ball closer to the original line of scrimmage.
It's only a 5-yard step off, Jim, for grabbing the face mask. But the Rebels get the down again. So now, instead of fourth down and 10, it's third and about 6, actually, at the 39-yard line. We'll call it third and 5 at the 39-yard line of West Monroe. So they get it down again, plus 5 yards on the penalty.
But Sonye is on the sidelines. He's 15 seconds on the play clock, and he had his helmet off. I'm not sure they can get this play off in time.
Gonna have to hurry. It shows 8 seconds right now. The Rebels at the line of scrimmage. Third down, about 5:39. Rebels fake inside. Sonye keeps it himself. First down, 45. Midfield, 45. Sonye, the 40, the 35, 30. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Sonye, touchdown, Rebels!
No flags on the field. No flags are down. And that's going to be about a 62-yard run by Vince Sonye.
Then Sonye off the option and turned on the afterburners as he took it back in the center of the football field, and the Rebels are right back in this thing. Let's go to the field and check in with Bill.
Well, there should have been a another flag, guys, as Hester tackled Sonye and in the end zone, but just
Bill, all of a sudden we lost you as the Rebels prepare for the extra point. Landon Slavan is on. The snap is high. The Rebels going to run the football. Now going to throw it into the end zone, and it is caught. It is caught for a 2-point conversion.
Pilcher
caught it, and it was Daniel Barfield, the holder, who threw it, Jim. It was a high snap. That wasn't a call play. I don't think it was.
It wasn't.
He caught that ball. He had the presence of mind to run left, lobbed it in the air, and a great catch by Ryan Pilcher for the 2-point conversion.
That's a 3-play, 65-yard scoring drive by the Rebels. It took 1:40 off the clock, and the Rebels are right back in this football game.
It is 14-8 now, and we'll be back. I'll tell you what, let's just keep it here this time. Bill was interrupted. There's some technical problems. Let's go to the field again for the Superior Motors report from Bill. Bill, try it again.
Well, he's telling us that we cannot go to him right now.
Okay.
He's got a problem with his microphone. Frank, let's go back to last year, regular season. Guess who jumped out to a 14-0 lead in that ball game? West Monroe did, and Evangel scored 21 before halftime was over and went on to win that game 41-21.
Went on and win it going away. So, you know, this has been an odd beginning of this football game, no doubt about it. Rebels had driven on their opening possession, got it down to the 2-yard line before fumbling on fourth down. Evangel took the ball, drove it down the field, took the lead. Then they scored a second touchdown to make it 14-0. Things looked pretty tough for the Rebels when they sacked Sonye a moment ago. And then they grabbed his face mask on the next play, gave him a chance for the first down, and Sonye runs for 62 yards off the option, and they've clawed themselves right back in this thing. It's 14-8 now with 10.5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
And great recognition that time by Barfield to know that he had Pilcher. He threw the ball very high in the air and let Pilcher run underneath it.
Really. Outstanding play by both of those guys. And here's the kickoff by Slamant. Sends it down the field. Connor Campbell gathered in the 5. He's back to the 10. Campbell the 15, 20. Pulled down across the 25 with a good tackle at the 27-yard line. That was Luke Sanders, who jumped on his back and rode him down at the 27. That's where the Eagles will take the football. They had momentum, but Old Mo is swung right now to the West Monroe Rebels after Ben Saulnier's touchdown run.
Well, Frank, we often talk about a tackler sometimes appearing to take the helmet off or take the head off one of the runners. And that time, Luke Sanders, when he tackled Campbell, he just ripped his helmet straight off his head. And Coach Dunn wanted a penalty, but he didn't get it.
Denny Duran in the shotgun for Evangel. They have the football, their own 27, first down and 10. They lead it 14-8 early in the second quarter. Deep back there is Duran. He has the snap, backing up again, looking to throw, stepping and firing. The pass is incomplete and way off the mark. Rebels had defenders way back there. In fact, 4 guys near the football. And I think Duran may have just thrown that one away. It is 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles at their own 27-yard line.
The Rebels rush 4, drop 7 into coverage. Only 3 receivers running routes that time, and they were well covered on the play. Look for Evangel maybe to come back to the run.
Connor Campbell is wide left for the Eagles. They will send number 83, Jeff Hewlett, to the right side, and Hester is in a slot to the right side. James is back there with Denny Duran. Duran sends James to the other side. 2nd and 10 from their own 27. There's a snap handed to James. The Rebels have him in the backfield back at the 25. They lose 2 yards on that play. There is a flag down as David Trishell. No, it's not Trishell. Matt Slocum is back there to make the tackle for West Monroe.
2 flags, one on each side of the field. So the line judge saw something. Either someone moved. Yes, that's going to be the call. Probably will be declined by West Monroe. That would bring up 3rd down and about 12 or 13.
Right. They'll take it over the Rebels as the penalty is against Evangel.
Got a chance to make it 2nd and 15 or 3rd down and 12, and I would go 3rd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, Jim. There's the illegal procedure call, and it will be refused by the Rebels. So Evangel has it, their own 25. They have it 3rd down and 12, with 10:17 left in the second quarter. They lead the Rebels 14-8 in this semifinal 5A football game.
Another penalty flag, 2 penalty flags being called against Evangel. Back-to-back 5 unsportsmanlike calls now called against the Evangel Eagles.
Goodness gracious.
You got the impression with the first 3 unsportsmanlike penalties they were trying to intimidate the Rebels. Now you get the impression they're trying to intimidate possibly the officials, but that may be an illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution will be the call. Back to the 20-yard line. That's the call, Jim. So they lose 5 on that play.
But the Evangel Eagles were kind of in a shouting match with a couple of the officials, so they were pretty hot about that call.
3rd down, 17 now after losing yardage. Duran shotgun, has the snap, looks to throw, runs left, Rebels after him, and they have him. He's down back of the 11-yard line. It is Mac Dampier who knocks him down, the All-State defensive end. Dampier with his 12th tackle for a loss on the year. And the Evangel Eagles back at the 11 are going to have to punt it away to West Monroe.
And that's his 8th sack of the year as well. So great field position now that the Rebels should receive as Vickery is going to drop back at about midfield.
Jared Jennings is in the end zone, about 4 yards deep to punt the football for Evangel. 9:23, the time remaining here in the second quarter. Up man will be Sanders.
3rd and about 30.
There's the snap. Rebels are coming, but the kick is away by Jennings as he hits it down the field. Vickery has it at midfield. Going to the other way, get to the wall, the 45, down to the 40, and Vickery is going to be corralled and knocked down about the 40-yard line, maybe the 39 of Evangel. He tried to get to the blocking wall, but Jay Spurrow knocked him down just inside the 40-yard line of the Eagles. The Rebels will have it there. And is Bill back in working? Let's see if he is. Bill Nars.
I think we're going to have to get him another microphone. And we're trying to work on that right now. In fact, we have the microphone in the booth, and we're sending it back down with brand new batteries in it.
Rebels 1st and 10, the Evangel 40-yard line. Great field position with 9:03 remaining second quarter, trailing 14-8. Tight formation. The Rebels give it to the fullback. Banks straight ahead, and he bangs it down to about the 38-yard line. A couple of yards, and big Tim Henderson, that 310-pound defensive lineman, makes the stop on Brandon Banks at about the 38-yard line. It's second down, 8 yards to go for West Monroe.
Of course, first down, an important down. You want to pick up some pretty good yardage to give you some options on second down. And now I think he picked up, what, 2 or 3? So not
2.5 yards. We called it 2 to make it second down and 8 yards to go. The Rebels still with that tight formation. Double tight ends, a wing set right. Saunier takes the football, hands off to Gooden.
He's got room.
He is tripped up at the 35. Indeed, he had room, but one guy, Jim, Jason Rogers, got an arm out and tripped him up, or Gooden could have run to the cows come home. But he's knocked down the 35, and there it is going to be third down and 5 yards to go for West Monroe.
So a big third down conversion coming up for the Rebels. They have a chance, if they can put the ball in the end zone, to take the lead in this football game after trailing 14-0.
Third and 5, West Monroe from the Eagle 35. Cadbury leads the Rebels up. Tight ends on both sides. A wing set right. The Rebels have an eye backfield, and here's the quarterback, Saunier, given to Gooden inside. He is hit hard and dropped for a 2-yard loss back of the 37 by Tim Henderson. Henderson, the 310-pound defensive lineman, came across there and really nailed little Frank Gooden, who weighs only 160. Knocked him down back at the 37. It is fourth down and 7 for the Rebels there.
That doesn't seem fair. A 310-pounder coming out of 160. But Henderson with a huge lick on the play. Great penetration as Scott Love is now into the ball game to punt this football, and Evangel takes a timeout.
Timeout the Eagles, and we'll pause. The Eagles lead it 14-8. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Times are changing, but one thing that will never change is the personal service provided by Mulhern Funeral Home. Hello, I'm Mike Mulhern. Our family is personally available on a daily basis to help families plan dignified ceremonies that honor the unique memory and heritage of your loved one. We invite you to compare costs, but you can't compare the genuine and compassionate services you'll receive from the Mulhern family. Mulherns, helping families make difficult decisions.
Get to the Rebel Store now and see the newly expanded edition. The Rebel Store in Crafts Galore on Arkansas Road carries everything for the game and everything for the fans. Sweatshirts, windsuits, jackets, jewelry, bumper stickers, car paint, flags, bedding, hot sauces, gadgets, and more. Wear your red, white, and blue from the Rebel Store. For all your Rebel football student or fan needs, come hear the Rebel yell at the Rebel Store. 3327 Arkansas Road in West Monroe. Stop by today or visit us on the web at craftsgalore-therebelstore.com.
Rebels have 4th and 7, and they're lined up to go for it. The Evangel 37. Long count by Saunier. Now he's going to call timeout. They just tried to draw the Eagles off sides, and that didn't work. And now they'll send the punting team on. The Rebels have the ball at the Eagle 37-yard line. 4th down and 7 yards to go. Tried to draw them off, couldn't do it. And they send the punting team on with Landon Slavant.
Not a bad play call there. You know, if you can pick up 5 yards, that'll make it 4th down and about 1. You have a chance then to go for it on 4th down. And Slavant is replacing Love. The last time he tried to punt it, the ball went through his hands. He didn't see that there was no rush. His back was to the rush. Even though the rush wasn't coming, he kept fumbling the ball, and he finally picked it up, and by the time that he picked it up, the rush was there. And they just absolutely pounced on him and caused him to fumble the football.
Josh Barron is deep. Landon Slavant to punt the football. There's the snap, controls it, and he will try to soft shoe that thing down the field. He's going to bounce at the 20, but unfortunately takes a Eagle bounce back across the 25. It's going to be dead at about the 27-yard line. Very short punt that time for the Rebels. He tried to soft shoe it, Jim, but it hit the 20 and then took a bounce back toward the Rebel end of the field. Evangel has it their own 27. I think Bill's back in business now, so let's go to the field. The Superior Motors report.
Well, I sure hope so, because I know my son's listening back at home, and he'll wonder what happened to Dad. But I'm all right, and I'll tell you what, it's just a war down here, guys. And West Monroe needs to come up big here on this defensive stand.
The Eagles lead it 14-8. Great game midway through the second period. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half of the football game. Duron in the shotgun. He has the snap. He will fake it inside, run it himself, and the Rebels pull him down about the 28-yard line. Not much in there. Maybe a yard or so for Duron as he faked it to the running back and kept it himself. And Matt Slocum, the 230-pound junior defensive lineman, made the stop for West Monroe.
Duron came in the ball game. having carried it 63 times for 256 yards, a 2.0 yard per carry average. So you know West Monroe didn't anticipate him running the football in this football game, and he hasn't done it too effectively, but we've seen him run it for about the third time tonight.
It is 2nd and 9 now for Evangel. The football at their own 28-yard line, and D-Rod, they call him. Denny Duron in the shotgun all by himself. With the trips right, 3 receivers to the right side. 2 go left for Evangel. From the 28, it's 2nd and 9. Long count again as Duron continues to check off out there, shouting instructions to his teammates, moving people around. Finally gets the snap, and he's going to run the football up the middle, across the 35 to the 40. He's at the 43 and knocked down the 44-yard line as Denny Duron with a first down run. Shamari Clemens makes the tackle. They opened the field, Jim. They sent everybody wide, left the gap inside, and out of that shotgun, Duron took it right up the center of the field.
He had all kinds of running room, and you could tell that Dampier didn't quite want to go out to that trips formation to his left, but he got out a little bit too far to cover that receiver, and it just didn't allow him time to get back in and put a hit on the quarterback before he picked up a first down.
1st and 10 Eagles. Let's call it their own 43-yard line. Duron sends Campbell in motion right to left, awaits the shotgun snap, and he has the football, and he looks short. Now he throws a man open. Campbell has it midfield. He is down to the Rebel 46, and he's off his feet there near a first down. About 10 yards to Connor Campbell from Denny Duron. David Lewis wrestles him down at the Rebel 46-yard line.
So the 2 receivers that were stacked in the slot, they cleared out the inside for Campbell, who was the wide man. He took a couple of steps toward the sideline, the Rebel sideline, and then cut it back across the middle. He was wide open on the play.
The coach's son, Derek Dunn, heads onto the field. He'll be a wide receiver as quarterback Denny Duron heads back out there for Evangel. And it was a first down, incidentally, on that pass play to Connor Campbell. 1st and 10 at the Rebel 46-yard line for Evangel. Dunn comes right. Campbell goes left. Up man in the backfield is going to be Dietrich James. Duron gets the direct snap. 1st and 10 play. Looking. They've stopped play. Flags are down. Whistles are blowing, and play is being stopped.
Looked like someone jumped in the neutral zone for West Monroe. That may well be the call. Evangel certainly thinks so. But West Monroe missed a golden opportunity as they started their last possession well inside Evangel territory, couldn't pick up a first down, and then when they tried to punt it, you talked about the old soft shoe, and it's going to be an illegal procedure called against Evangel. But that punt gave Evangel really good field position, considering the fact that Sylvant was punting from about his own 40-yard line.
This 5-yard penalty against the Eagles moves that ball beyond midfield back to the Evangel 49-yard line, where it is first down and 15 yards to go. 4 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. 14-8. Evangel leads the Rebels. Evangel led at 14-0. Rebels scored, then had a 2-point conversion, which wasn't intended to be, but they got it anyway. And here are the Rebels on the Eagles on 1st and 15, their own 49. Shotgun again. Duron has the ball, fakes short, sets up a screen pass, has his man Hester to the 45. He's down to the 40. Hester is down to about the 37-yard line, and he's knocked down there very near. Another first down for Evangel.
So they faked the screen to the right to James, threw back to Hester to the left.
Nick Hood wrestled him down for West Monroe, but the Eagles are near first down territory around the Rebel 37-yard line.
Just a great play call that time. Oh, wait, we've got another flag. The coach is on the field.
This is against Coach Dennis Dunn. Has to be.
He's on the field, and I don't think he's supposed to be. He was almost at the 40-yard line where it's marked on the field, and the officials saw him and said, you can't come out on the field, and he threw a flag.
And there's quite a conversation going on between that official and Coach Dunn right now, but they're going to penalize Evangel. He goes back. It wasn't the referee. It wasn't the head man, but he goes back to tell the man in the white hat, the referee, what it's all about.
It was the line judge.
The line judge, and a 15-yard step off. Unsportsmanlike conduct will go against Evangel. In fact, I think there may have been 2 penalties, Jim.
Illegal.
Of course, the unsportsmanlike call came late.
It looked like he was calling holding against the coach, which, I didn't see the coach necessarily hold anybody, but that's awfully strange there.
Here's the step off now going against Evangel. It will be for 15 yards. Move the ball back to the West Monroe 47-yard line. First down again. First down and about 12 yards to go now for Evangel.
Frank, they only moved it back 10. They had the ball at about the 37-38. Now it's about the 47-48. It looks like a sideline warning. Is that a 10-yard penalty?
Evangel has it, the Rebel 48. They're in the shotgun. 1st and 12. Duran all by himself back there in that shotgun. 3 receivers to the right side. 2 are wide left. There's a snap. Duran's going to run the football straight ahead, and the Rebels are going to hit him and knock him down just inside the 45, the 44. 3 hard yards for Duran that time. He was hit in the backfield, kept battling forward. Nick Hood nailed him with help from Jordan Gio just inside the 45, maybe 2 on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd down. We'll say 9 yards to go now for Evangel.
Well, Frank, how could that be 1st down? Because they had the pass to Hester, and they also had another play. I thought this ought to be 3rd down.
Well, you're right, but they're showing the stick over there, Jim, and evidently they gave him the play again with the penalty.
So obviously it was an unsportsmanlike. It was not an unsportsmanlike call.
Must have not been. 2nd and 9 from the Rebel 45. Shotgun, Duran to throw, firing, and he has his man at the Rebel 35 down to the 30, and off his feet the 25-yard line is John Parker for the Eagles, and a 1st down reception by Parker with 3:06 left in the half. The tackle by Mac Dampier for West Monroe.
It looks like maybe Marcus Van Buren is shaking up on the play. He's slow to get up, and Luke Sanders is also down on the field, but he's now making his way up. Marcus is also up, but he looks a little bit shakier than Luke.
Both are going to stay in the game, though. And the Eagles just got a 1st down. That pass reception by John Parker. 1st and 10 at the Rebel 23-yard line as they go quickly.
And you just marvel at Evangel's ability when they're faced with adversity, 2nd, 3rd, and long. They come up with big plays time after time.
Duran awaits the snap in the shotgun. Eagles lead it 14-8 late in the 2nd quarter. Running play inside. James has it. One man misses it. James now goes down the 25. He'll lose 2 yards on the play. One guy was after him in the backfield. Then he was finished off by Luke Sanders at the 25-yard line.
That was Matt Slocum penetrating through that time, and he slowed up James and gave his teammates time to knock him for a 2-yard loss.
So Evangel, 2nd down, about 12. Clock running with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 1st half as the Eagles hold a 14-8 lead in this semifinal game. The winner of this game goes to the Louisiana Superdome in the championship game next Saturday night, a week from tomorrow.
Of course, the difference in the ball game right now as a timeout is taken on the field, and we'll talk about that when we return.
We'll be back. It's 14-8 the Eagles. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
It's something that every American knows. It takes bravery and determination to preserve the blessings of freedom for us and our children. Kilpatrick Funeral Homes proudly salutes the men and women who serve our country.
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
Evangel football, the Rebel 25, 2nd and 12 with 2:14 left in the half. Shotgun, Denny Duran. Takes the ball, he will fake to James. Rolling right, passing, he has his man to the 23 and knocked out of bounds there. Short gain, maybe the 22-yard line. They got about 3 yards on that play as they hit the tight end, Ronaldo Graves. He wasn't a tight end, he was split out. And Graves picks up 3 yards on that completed pass. Mac Dampier with a good defensive play is there to knock him out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, where Evangel will have 3rd down and 7 yards to go now. 3rd down, really about 8 yards to go.
Frank, I think that's going to be Luke Sanders. He almost knocked the receiver into the stands. What a blow at the sidelines.
Everybody wide. Hester is out in a slot to the left side. 3 receivers left, 2 go right. Football at the 22-yard line of the Rebels. 3rd down, about 8 yards to go for Evangel with 2:09 left in the half. Duran has the snap, four-man rush. Duran passing, it is incomplete. Off of the fingertips of John Parker. That ball hung in the air for a moment. Mac Dampier was over there. We were hoping he could have dove for the interception. But anyway, it is an incomplete pass. It is 4th down and 8 yards to go. And Jim, the Eagles will send on Jared Jennings. He will try the field goal. He is 7 of 10 on the year, and he has a long of 41. This is going to be from the 28, meaning a 38-yard try.
And expect West Monroe to come after this kick. And Duran is the holder, so you've got to keep an eye on him. And I think West Monroe is looking at that. They call a timeout.
And this time we're going to just keep it here. First of all, we want to thank DJ Freeman, Century 21 agent DJ Freeman, for sponsoring the second quarter tonight's game. For all your real estate needs, make it DJ Freeman. Give him a call at 348-5185. DJ Freeman of Century 21 Westgate. And right now, this time out on the field, let's head down to the field and bring in our man Bill Norris in this Superior Motors report. Bill?
Well, speaking of Superior Motors report, I've got Chad Pickle and Dino Taylor and Mike Harvey down here on the sidelines, and they've joined for this big game. But I tell you what a big stand for West Monroe that time, and they get some pressure. Maybe they've come close a couple of times, even on the extra point attempts. Just a great stand. If they could even just come away with 3, I think you gotta like the way the defense played that time.
38-yard field goal try coming now by Jared Jennings. Back very near a 39-yard field goal. There's a snap, the placement. The 39-yard field goal is on the way, and the kick is good. No, he missed it.
No good. Wide left.
He missed it left. I thought it had hooked in there. The kick is no good. And the Eagles go away with nothing. With 1:58 remaining in the first half of the game, the Rebels take it out of the 20-yard line. The kick was long enough, and it was close, but it was just a little to the left.
He just barely missed it. He had the wind with him, and it looked like the wind is blowing a little bit in the direction where he missed it. Not blowing kind of straight in, but maybe at a little bit of an angle, and he was kicking from almost the right hash.
So the Rebels have 2 minutes, 1:58 to be exact. Trailing at 14-8. Let's see what their strategy will be. It's a tight formation, a double tight. Trishelle the tight end on one side. I think McConaughey the other. As Sonye Bark signals from the 20-yard line, he will give it inside. No, fakes inside, keeps it himself, and he's going to be knocked down, and they have him back around the 19. Lost a yard off the option. Josh Barron, who's keying on Sonye off that option, made the tackle in the 19 to bring up 2nd and 11, and the clock runs with 1:42 left in the half.
I think that's David Trishelle in that 2 tight end formation along with Tyler McConaughey. We're told that West Monroe has no more timeouts in the first half, so they'll need a big play in order to try to get on to take the lead here before halftime.
Not in any big hurry, though, so apparently Jim gonna go in at halftime, regroup, try to win this thing in the second half. They're back to throw it on 2nd down. Here's Sonye throwing down the field.
Oh,
incomplete. Frost was out there. One of the defenders got a hand up for Evangel. That was Josh Barron. But actually, Frost had a step or so on him, but he couldn't get to the football. It is 3rd down and 11.
Well, he couldn't find what shoulder the ball was going to come over. He looked over his right shoulder, and then when he tried to come back over his left shoulder, it really came straight over his head. He just couldn't find it. He had a chance for a big play that time.
1:15 still remain, and 3rd down and 11. The Rebels might find themselves having to punt it away again to Evangel before the end of the half.
Got an official's timeout.
I think he's tying his shoelaces.
He is.
Well, officials have to do that sort of thing, too. He marks the ball ready to play now, and here we go. Third down, 11 yards to go. West Monroe, their own 19-yard line. And here's Sonye giving off to Gooden. 2nd man through, but they have him at the 22-yard line. He's going to be stopped there and put the Rebels into 4th down. 1:05 still remain in the first half of the game.
And I'm not sure that Evangel has any timeouts either. We'll check with Ray Anding. Ray says they may have one, and they're going to save it if they do have one. No, we're now told that they do not have any timeouts, because I believe if they did, they would have certainly called it at the end of that last play.
Chase Jennings is going to be deep now, and that clock is running. The Rebels want to let it run as much as it can. 40 seconds showing. They may.
I think the Rebels have a timeout.
They do have a timeout, evidently, because they're waiting by the official to call it. I'm going to leave very little time in this half after they do call timeout and prepare to punt the football. Hey, tonight's second quarter, sponsored by Century 21 Westgate agent DJ Freeman. For all your real estate needs, make it DJ Freeman at 348-5185. And so the Rebels do call timeout, Jim, with 24.6 seconds left, and will punt the football now. Evangel's going to get their hands on it one more time with a 14-8 lead just before halftime.
Scotty Love back to kick this time for West Monroe.
So the sophomore, Scott Love, to punt the football. And for Evangel, they'll send back Chase Jennings. He'll stand around the 35, and here's the punt by Love. Line drive, end over end, not very high. Bounces the 45, but across midfield to the Evangel 47. There the Eagles will have it. Their own 47 with 13.8 seconds remaining in the first half.
A little bit of a mistake by West Monroe. The coverage team, they kind of downed it, touched the ball a little bit too quick. They should have let the officials step in, and the clock would have continued to run.
So let's see what the Eagles try to do now. As they have the ball 52 yards away, let's see if they'll put it in the air or just be content to go on in with their 14-8 halftime lead. They send the junior quarterback Denny Duran on. And the Eagles have 52, actually 53 yards to go from their own 47-yard line.
Well, they've got a pretty good field goal kicker, too, so they need about 30 yards or so to give him a shot.
Duran all by himself back there. Everybody spread out up front. 5 wide receivers in the game. There's the snap to Duran, looking to throw the football and firing it way up the field. This pass is incomplete. Well defended back there by the Rebels.
Is that going to be Bridger Durham?
I think it was Bridger Durham, and a nice play by Durham as the intended receiver was Ronaldo Graves for the Eagles.
Graves, 6'1", 210 pounds. They were trying to use his height advantage over Bridger Durham, who's 5'11", about 184.
And 7.9 seconds remain in the first half now as the Eagles have it second down and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Designated pass rusher, number 30, Jason Robinson. The sophomore fullback is in at right defensive end.
Way back in that shotgun is Duran all by himself. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right side for the Eagles. There's the pass from center.
He dropped it.
He drops the football. Rebels are going to knock him down back around the 35-yard line, and that'll bring the first half to an end. Good half of football in the 5A playoffs. David Trishell got that last tackle on Duran. As the Rebels leave the field, our man Bill Norris will catch up with Coach Don Schaub.
Coach, just a heck of a first half and a battle out there. I know it's probably what you expected, but give us your assessment of the first half performance.
Well, you know, right off the get-go, we get great field position, then they get 2 personal foul penalties, and we get the ball in great scoring position. And we get the ball down inside the 1, and we get a dead-gum holding penalty called, and then we fumble the ball, and we was probably going to score on the next play, 2 plays later, and we just didn't get a handle on the snap and fumbled the ball, and they recovered it, so we didn't score. And then, of course, we fell down on the tackle on the touchdown pass, and then we get a bad snap on the punt. It goes over our kicker's head, and they get the ball on the 5. So, you know, really, you got to give them 1 and us 1, and we should have really had 2.
Well, Coach, you know, a hard-fought first half. They're playing all their line. They're just committed to the run. Can we throw the football?
Well, if we get time to throw it, Bill, heck, I mean, you know, we'd like to throw it too, but when you got people that can't outrun the people that's covering them, I mean, you can drop back and throw it and we can take a loss, or we can try to have a big play like Ben had. You know, that's the only thing that I know that we can do. We had Frost open on that last play on the play action, and, you know, we overthrew him, but once again, Frost is really not a receiver.
Okay, Coach, get with your team at halftime. I know that he's got some adjustments he wanted to make. He wanted to talk to the officials. Couldn't get their attention either, but just a tremendous halftime, you know, or tremendous first half of play. And
usually when you think about the Louisiana Land Bank, you think of row crop farms or large timber tracts. Did you know that the Louisiana Land Bank can also help you finance smaller acreage? Whether you're buying for the first time or refinancing what you already own, we're here to lend a hand. It could be a small rural lot, or maybe you found that perfect place for a future home site. Whether it's 1 or 2 acres or 100 or more, we can help. Just give us a call right here in Monroe at 387-7535.
Not quite a stop sign. Yet not a matter to be taken lightly either. No problem. You've come prepared. Plenty of stopping power. And plenty of get up and go. Kelly is a good deal on a great tire.
Need fast, friendly prescription service? Need a pharmacy that accepts Vantage, State Group, Medicaid, and most major prescription drug cards? Need a compounding pharmacy? Mason's Pharmacy and Compounding Center, located in the Gene Cox Shopping Center on Arkansas Road, is the answer to all your pharmacy needs. Call us at 396-1812. You'll be glad you did. That's 396-1812.
You know, I'm going to try the watermelon lizard in the Club Bass tournament Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, I think I'm going to go with that bubblegum french fry and that rock pile I told you about.
Oh, yeah.
Is everything for you?
Oh, the gas for the truck.
Total $22.95.
It's your turn.
Always my turn.
And by the way, if it's overcast again, I try a half-ounce yellow spinnerbait with double number 4 willow leaf blades.
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean,
We speak bass, too. Citgo, we know you.
Hello, I'm Mike Mulhern. At Mulhern Funeral Home, we offer your family the convenience of pre-need funeral plans, cemetery property, memorial monuments, insurance, and flowers. For over 6 generations, our family has been personally available to help you with these decisions. We also accept the plans and policies from other funeral homes. We invite you to compare services. You really will be amazed. Mulhern's, helping families make difficult decisions.
Always overrun by the band.
Christian Academy campus at halftime. The Rebels trail at 14-8, getting ready to begin the second half of this football game right now. As going to mention a couple of things, Jim. First of all, of course, Matt Middleton, one of the assistant coaches here at Evangel. Matt played at West Monroe. His dad is Eric Middleton, who coaches the linebackers for the Rebels, and his younger brother, Nate, a wide receiver. So quite a family affair here tonight.
Well, it is, you know, but it's a pretty intense one because these two teams are going at it with a chance to get to the Superdome. But Matt's a great guy, and he's doing an outstanding job here at Evangel.
And happy birthday to a couple of Rebels. Actually, they celebrated their birthdays yesterday. Daniel Barfield and Jared Vickery. They get together every Thursday night. They celebrated their birthdays with the teams. So we wish those guys happy birthday.
Well, we certainly do.
Rebel band with a great halftime performance as always, and they received a standing ovation from the fans here at Evangel. Jim, Rebels going to have possession as they take the ball in the second half. They'll be moving from our left to right. That'll be north to south here at Rodney Duron Field. Really?
Well, you know, of course, he wants to make something happen in this quarter with the win. And, of course, that means Evangel will have not only get the football in extra time, but they will have the win at their backs in the fourth quarter.
Cotter Campbell and Dietrich James, the twin safeties for Evangel, as they prepare to receive the kickoff. And Landon Slavant kicking with a win at his back from the north 40-yard line. So Campbell Slavant approaches the football, sends it down the field. Dietrich James lets it bounce, picks it up the 5 to the 10. He's at the 15. He is going to be hit and driven back from about the 17-yard line. Great job by the Rebels in meeting James and driving him back.
Number 38.
You know who that is. That is Luke Sanders with a huge tackle on the kickoff return.
And so just like Coach Giles wanted, as Bill alluded to, Evangel with poor field position to start off this second half. They're going to have it at about their own 16 as the two Evangel receivers, it was kicked right between them. And, you know, it's kind of like that old pop fly in the outfield. You just kind of let it go. Nobody went after it.
First and 10 Evangel from the 17-yard line. Back in the shotgun is quarterback Duron. Has the snap, quick pass in the flat. Has Hester out there to the 15. He runs to the 20, and he is going to be out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So he'll gain about 7 yards on that play. Shamari Clemens is out there to knock him out of bounds for West Monroe.
Luke Sanders just couldn't quite get to him as Evangel got the ball out to Hester, and he's been the big play man tonight.
Second down and a couple of yards to go. Actually, they get about 8 yards on that play at around the 25-yard line. Give them a little bit more breathing room. A couple of wide receivers come left for Evangel, and 2 go right. Huron is down under center this time. One running back will be Hester. And a running play for Hester inside. No, they give it off to the running back to the left side. That's going to be James, and he stopped at the 28-yard line. He has the first down. Luke Sanders and Jordan Keogh combine on the tackle for West Monroe.
So Evangel does what they wanted to do, and that's pick up a first down, keep the clock running, and the chains moving.
Evangel recording the first down of the second half, and it was a big one. West Monroe gambling and choosing to kick off. They could have received the football to begin the second half, wanting to try to get a field position edge, but Evangel first down, their own 28-yard line. Huron in the shotgun, sending Derek Dunn in motion left to right. Rebels are coming to the blitz this time. They set up a quick pass, have it to the 30. Hester 35-40. Hester to midfield, the Rebel 45, the 40, and down at the 35-yard line of the Rebels is Jacob Hester. David Lewis got him down. The Rebels were coming, Jim, and Evangel was ready for it. They got the pass away quickly with a screen pass, and big Jacob Hester was off to the races.
Just a perfect call against the blitz. Durant just kept floating back until all the rush came to him. He floated it over their heads, and Hester had all kinds of room and blockers ahead. But a late penalty has been called, and Evangel is upset. Number 19 was awfully upset. We'll wait and see. That's John Parker. He and Marcus Van Buren got hooked up at the end of that play.
And let's see what the call will be as they talk things over out there, and it appears
it's going to be a goal against Parker, I believe.
And against Evangel. The officials are still conferencing out there. Crowd rather quiet, awaiting the decision from these officials, as Hester had gotten it down to the Rebel 35-yard line on that pass play.
Personal foul shot to the face against Evangel and against West Monroe. They're going to offset. So, boy, Evangel got a break there.
I'll say offsetting penalties.
Parker thought it was on him. He was awfully dejected on the play.
And Evangel has the ball with a first down and 10 just outside the West Monroe 35-yard line as they get the big pass play. The screen pass to Jacob Hester that time.
It looks like Coach Chow's decision to kick off for the second time in this ball game to start the second half as well as the first half is going to come back to haunt him right now. He probably wishes he hadn't done so.
Huron heads back onto the field, the quarterback for these Eagles of Evangel. They'll send 2 receivers. Connor Campbell is one, John Parker the other, wide left, and a couple of guys go right. James standing alongside Duran in the backfield for Evangel. And again, Duran shouting instructions, checking off. First down, the Rebel 35. There's the snap, high snap. It's on the ground. Duran picks it up back there, going to run the football. Rebels after him and have him way back at the 48-yard line.
They got the football.
And they stole the football, but they're going to call him down. The Rebels took it away from him, and returning the ball was Mac Dampier, or Marcus Van Buren. No, Dampier.
It's Van Buren.
They're going to say, though, that he was down at the 48. Still a big loss, Jim. Suffered as they got a bad snap to Duran. He got back there and picked up the football, and I think I saw a flag go down on that play as well early in the play, or did I?
Well, if it's against West Monroe, this is going to be a huge break against Evangel. No, that was a beanbag.
It was a beanbag. No penalty. Good.
Hey, Bill, let's go down to you. Was that a fumble or was he down?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was awfully close. Duran spun around on his, looked like on our tackler, and they stripped the ball. They didn't call it.
Evangel with a big loss back at their own 48-yard line now. They have to go to the 25 of the Rebels, so it's 2nd and 23. Trips left. There's the snap. Duran looks, has time, and throws. The pass caught Parker, the 35. He's down to the 30, and he's finally stopped at about the 28-yard line. John Parker.
That's Hester.
Makes the catch.
I believe that's going to be Hester again.
That was Hester rather than Parker?
Number 13.
Okay, it was Hester with the reception. Trishelle wrestled him down, but big Jacob Hester, who got him down there with a pass reception earlier, they'll finally say they stopped him at the 29. So for Evangel,
a huge play on 2nd and long.
It's third down and about 4. They need to go to the 25 of the first down. They have it on the 29. Duron goes down under center this time. Back split. They give it to Hester. He'll run it straight ahead and be stopped at the 26. He's going to be near first down territory. Depends on the spot of the football. That was a third down play.
They're going to give his forward progress to almost the 25, and I believe that's going to be really close to a first down.
He did get a good spot. In fact, it'll be a first down. They won't even need to measure that thing. Just outside the 25-yard line of the Rebels. It's first down and 10 yards to go for Evangel. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Evangel leads it 14-8, and they have the football first down at the Rebel 25.
And they overcome that bad snap.
Didn't they? With that big pass to Hester. Duron back there in the shotgun awaiting the snap. Denny Duron has it. Hands off to James to the outside to the 20. Cuts it down to the 15, and he's off his feet just inside the 15-yard line. Shamari Clemens makes the tackle on Dietrich James, but they run it inside the 15. So they pick up about 10 yards, a little more on that play, and it'll be a first down and 10 yards to go just inside the Rebel 15-yard line.
And to beef up that defensive line, Tyler McConaughey comes in at right defensive end. Right now, Matt Slocum, looks like Alexis Washington. He's coming in to replace at right defensive end.
This is the opening possession of the third quarter of the football game, and Denny Duron back there barking signals in the shotgun again from the 15. Gets the football, fakes the football and runs it right, and he fumbles! Fumble! The Rebels recover. Rebels have it at the 8-yard line. Duron lost the handle of the football, and the Rebels recover the football at the 8-yard line.
And Bill, who came up with that football? Who caused it and who came up with it?
We think Luke Sanders got the football. We'll try to confirm it. Here are the Rebels pitching to Gooden, sweeping right at the 10. He's out to the 12.
He's still
going. He breaks to the 15. They finally knock him down the 20. He came out of a crowd. It looked like he was down, and then coming out of the crowd like he was shot out of a cannon was Frank Gooden. And a first down run of 12 yards by Gooden. First down, the Rebels at their own 20-yard line.
And Frank, that's the Frank Gooden we saw all season long, breaking tackle after tackle after tackle. And it was Luke Sanders that came up with that big fumble recovery. But now the Rebels have a big first down and some momentum.
14-8 the score. Under 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The Rebels give it to Gooden inside. He's hit in the backfield and driven down to the 19-yard line. He lost a yard. His linebacker, Jason Rogers, came shooting across and made the tackle on Gooden in the backfield.
Big number 57, Garrett McGrew, appears to be cramping a little bit, and he's walking somewhat gingerly, but absolutely no room. A delayed handoff that time to Gooden, and the pressure was there for Evangel.
So the Rebels, second down and 11 yards to go after losing yardage on that play. We're almost midway through the third quarter already. Evangel had a very impressive drive to start the period, but they fumbled it away to the Rebels on the 8-yard line. Second and 11. Here's Saunier on the option, faking and keeping himself and battling his way out to the 25 to about the 26-yard line goes Saunier. So hard running by senior quarterback Ben Saunier off the option. Picked up 6 or 7 on that play. And Jacob Hester, playing at linebacker, wrestled him down for Evangel. The Rebels are their own 26 now. We'll have third down and 4 yards to go.
Big third down play as both David Trishelle and Tyler McConaughey in at tight ends for West Monroe. Good push that time behind McConaughey, Gillette, and McGrew.
Drew Gadbury leads the Rebels up. Third down and 4. Football at the 26. They need the 30 for the first down. Saunier the option. Will fake and keep, and he stops short at the 29.
He's awfully close.
He got out near the 30-yard line. It depends on the spot of the football, but it looks as if it's going to be less than a yard needed for the first down. Just shy of the 30-yard line for West Monroe.
And what does the Gambler Don Childs do now? He kicked off to begin the game and to begin the second half. And right now, West Monroe lining up to go for it on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard needed for the first down, and timeout being indicated by one of the officials. Evangel has asked for timeout. We will keep it here this time. West Monroe's Rebels look if they're going to be going for this thing on 4th down. Hey, the third quarter tonight is being brought to you by Rexel Electrical Supply House. Call Vance, Ferris, or Brad Shows for anything electrical at 325-9696. Rexel proudly supporting the West Monroe Rebels. And Jim, let's head down to the sidelines and bring in Bill for the Superior Motors report. Bill, I know it's exciting down there.
Well, it is, guys, and a little smile out of Coach Don Childs and Coach Jerry Harledge as Coach Harledge walked down the sideline swinging his foot out, making that kicking motion, asking him, what in the world are we doing? And Coach Childs winked at him and kind of smiled. I don't know what they've got up their sleeve, but a gamble to kick off, and now a gamble with the ball on your 30-yard line, you know, deep in Evangel territory. You got to be able to pick this one up if indeed you're going to run a play.
Well, Bill, if they don't pick this one up, this could be a huge turning point and could be the ball game. You know, you hate to say that right now, but this would give Evangel tremendous field position. That's what Coach Harledge is concerned about.
Rebels need
about it. We'll see how it pans out right here.
Rebels need a half a yard for the first down. 4th down. Saunier with a double tight formation. Saunier barking signals, takes the ball to Banks inside. He's driven back, gonna be close. Depends on the spot of the football, but I think they got it, Jim. They got to be right on the 30-yard line. It's going to be extremely close. They probably will have to measure this thing as they stood Banks up.
He got a pretty good spot. He didn't have any room to run. He got the first down.
First down, Rebels. Right on the 30-yard line. They didn't get much, but they didn't need much. And the Rebels a first down and 10, and the gamble pays off.
Whoa, it barely paid off. I tell you what, Brandon Banks was hit at about the 29, and he had nowhere to go. Somehow, second, third effort, and he was able to cross that 30-yard line.
First and 10, West Monroe, its own 30-yard line. After picking up the first down on 4th, here's Saunier faking, rolling right, throwing it down the field. Cross the 50 to the 45, 40, down at the 35-yard line. Did he fumble? But I think he was down at the 35. Let's wait and see. Frost caught the pass from Saunier.
He recovered his own fumble.
To the 35-yard line. Fumbled as he hit the ground. It should be the Rebels' ball. We're waiting for the indication, though. The officials have not said.
It's got to be West Monroe's ball either way because he recovered his own fumble.
But first down, Rebels at just inside the 35-yard line of Evangel.
And Frost had to wait on that pass, and that's the only reason why they caught him from behind. Had he been hit in stride, that could have been 6, but a big play for the Rebels.
There's that pass play. He was behind the Evangel defenders, and the Rebels trailing 14-8. 5 minutes remaining third quarter, and a first down actually near the 34-yard line of the Eagles.
Boy, how big was that 4th down decision by Shows.
Double tight for the Rebels. Saunier checking off at the line of scrimmage.
He's about to run out of time.
He calls timeout now. Evangel jumping all over the place, and a flag went down, Jim.
I think someone might have jumped off sides as they were going back and forth. Oh, illegal procedure against West Monroe. Evangel was moving all along the defensive line. They saw the play clock about to expire. Saunier didn't see it until the very last second, and as they were jumping along the line, Evangel that is, I guess one of the offensive linemen for West Monroe flinched a little bit, and they're going to back them up 5, a pretty big penalty called against West Monroe, and they only marked off, it looks like 4 yards almost. But
well, they move it back to the 39-yard line, and for the Rebels, first and 15. 4:38 left, third quarter. Great excitement here in Shreveport at Rodney Duran Field. Double tight again. Saunier to Gooden inside. Room to the 35, and he's down at the 33-yard line. Gooden got the penalty yardage back and a little bit more as he picks up 6 yards on the play, and Ramon Broadway knocks him down for Evangel.
And that's Josh Randall, Jesse Gillette, and it was a wingback, Frost, that provided that hole for Gooden to run through.
And a nice hole it was. So the Rebels got it back down to the 33-yard line of Evangel. It is second down, about 8 yards to go.
Only 2 possessions One for each team in this third quarter.
Double wing. Here's a fake by Sonia and the pitch out to throw, and he fires it way down the field. The pass is in the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown!
He caught it!
Touchdown, Rebels!
Banks!
West Monroe caught the football.
Brandon Banks caught it! An unbelievable juggling catch. I don't know how he did it.
A crowd of players, and Frost went up and caught the football. The Rebels have the lead with 3:42 remaining in the third quarter.
And Bill, what a play by Brandon Banks. This Superior Motor sideline report down to you.
And let us get this correct. It was Brandon Banks who went up and caught that football. Banks, not Frost. My apologies for that, but the Rebels have taken the lead. It is 15-14.
And that was a 6-play, 90-yard touchdown drive. And it was Coach Don Childs, the gambler, who went for it on 4th and inches.
Landon Slavant's extra point makes it 15-14, and now the Rebels are going to kick off to Evangel. 3:42 remaining third quarter. What a football game on this cold night in Shreveport, Louisiana.
And how did Brandon Banks, as we watch it again, he and the receiver, and Banks just took it away from him in the end zone. What a play by Brandon, and give Sonye credit for getting the ball to Banks.
Right. TV 17 replay, the defender trying to make the interception, and Banks just wouldn't have it.
He just took it away from him.
Muscled it away from him, and came down. We had to wait because the official had to wait to indicate it could have been an incomplete pass. It could have been an interception, which would have been a touchback or a touchdown, and Banks caught the football, and the Rebels have the lead.
Well, I tell you what, Brandon Banks, another Banks making history at West Monroe, and what a play that was, but what a drive. 6 plays, 90 yards, and West Monroe has now scored 15 unanswered points to take the lead.
15-14, folks, with 3:42 remaining in the third quarter as West Monroe kicks it off now. Landon Slavant's going to kick off for the Rebels.
And how big was that fumble now by Duran inside his 10?
Sends it down the field, fielded by Hester in the end zone. He was not able to field it. It'll be a touchback. They'll get it out on the 20-yard line. Good kickoff with a win at his back by Landon Slavant.
Oh, this game has certainly lived up to its billing. West Monroe had a chance early to take the lead, and then Evangel comes back with 2 quick touchdowns in the first quarter, leads 14-0, and you get a little worried that it might be a rout, and then back comes West Monroe.
I can't get over that catch by Banks. I mean, you just got to watch it tomorrow night on the TV 17 replay. He just wrestled that thing right away from the defender.
The defender thought he had it, but when he hit the ground, it wasn't in his hands.
Evangel from its own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Now one of the officials runs in, the linesman, and I think we have a timeout call by Evangel. We do. There's a timeout in the game, and we'll be back. It's 15-14, the Rebels. You're listening to West Monroe football.
The Surgeon General warns the following contains graphic scenes causing anxiety, increased heart rate, and adrenaline overload. Louisiana's largest, with over 70,000 square feet of the latest hunting and fishing equipment on the market today. Simmons Sporting Goods, Bastrop, Louisiana. We won't be undersold by anyone. Visit us online at SimmonsSportingGoods.com.
All roads lead to Ryan and the Ryan Auto Group.
Get more truck for your buck in the area's best selection as all roads lead to Ryan Chevrolet Silverado City.
Ryan Chevrolet is overstocked with new Silverados and Suburbans and must move them out immediately. Pay just $13,495 on new Chevy Silverados and save $9,000 on every new 2003 Chevy Suburban. Plus, save even more with these great incentives at Ryan Chevrolet Silverado City in Monroe.
Back to play Evangel from its own 20. 1st down and 10. Duran back in that shotgun. Moving James around. Long count by the Eagles. Duran hands it to James, running ahead. He is hit and dropped hard to the 20. He is hammered by Mac Dampier, and did the All-State defensive end make a hit on Dietrich James that time. Nothing on that play. In fact, lost a few inches on the play. It is second down and long 10 yards to go for Evangel.
Also there for West Monroe, number 98, Kyle Ernst and Big Mac Slocum. But you're right, it was Dampier who filled that hole very nicely.
Connor Campbell is wide left along with John Parker and Jacob Hester. Two guys go right as well. Second and 10 from the 20. Duran in the shotgun, has the football. Looks to throw, steps up and fires. It is caught with a diving reception at the 29-yard line, short of the first down. John Parker makes that catch, covered by Mac Dampier. It'll bring up third down and a yard to go for Evangel.
Pretty good coverage by Mac Dampier, but I tell you what, folks, that was a strike by D-Rod Duran. They call him D-Rod. But he put it on the money. Nice, crisp route, little out route run by number 19, John Parker.
Evangel with number 1, Derek Dunn, and number 2, Connor Campbell wide right. They'll also have a wide receiver left, and Duran is down under center on third down and a yard to go from the 29. And a quarterback sneak by Denny Duran.
Oh, he fumbled.
Fumble, scramble for it, fumble at the 31-yard line. Whose ball?
He was absolutely nailed on the play. I think that was Luke Sanders coming up, who almost just took him apart.
But Evangel has recovered the football. Some way, somehow, Evangel recovers the ball.
Number 71.
Cody Graham with a fumble recovery for Evangel, and a big break for Evangel. We watch the TV 17 replay, or wait for it. Here we go.
Duran sneaks it. He gets through and gets the first down, and then he keeps running, and he got nailed.
It was Sanders with that big hit. But Evangel has the ball and a first down on that play, and then quarterback sneak. Duran shaking the cobwebs out, back in the shotgun on the 31. Has the snap, backing up to throw, looking, and he's going to roll to the right side now. He may run, he will. He's out to the 35. He's tripped up at the 40-yard line. And Dampier, Mac Dampier, got an arm out to knock him down that time, but a scrambling Denny Duran got 8 yards on the play out to the 40-yard line.
That time left defensive end Slocum got caught up inside. Great coverage downfield by the Rebels secondary, and Duran was able to get outside Slocum and pick up pretty good yardage.
Second down and 2 yards to go for Evangel. The football at the 40 with 1:22 left in the third quarter, and the Rebels leading it 15-14. They need 2 yards for the first down. Running play. Dietrich James has it. First down to the 45. He's out to midfield. To the Rebel 49 goes James. Good run as Jordan Gio makes the tackle. First and 10 for the Eagles at the Rebel 49. Let's head down to the field and check in with Bill.
I tell you what, guys, so many licks being passed down here. Just a tremendous play on both sides of the football, but I tell you what, Luke Sanders has really come out to play tonight.
First down Evangel, the 49 of West Monroe. Down under center is Duran, running play to James again, trying to cut outside. Rebels after him, and he turns the corner, 45, 40, down to the 35. He runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line, trying to tightrope the sideline. And great quickness, Jim, by Dietrich James. Coach Chow said he's the quickest, fastest running back they'll play all year. You can believe it after watching that run.
Well, I tell you what, he had Luke Sanders and Shamari Clemens coming up trying to make that stop, and those two guys have tremendous speed, but he got away from them and went up the sidelines, and Evangel in this clash of titans is responding. And I tell you what, I think Denny Duran, a little bit shaken up. I think that's why they're going to the run right now. It's certainly been effective, but
on that big hit by Sanders a moment ago.
Oh, he's been hit all night long.
From the 31 of West Monroe again, Duran is down under center, and Hester gets the pitch, and he'll run left, and he's hit at the 28 and dropped at the 27. He got 4 on that play. Quick pitch. Mac Dampier is on the tackle of Jacob Hester at the 27. It'll bring up second down and 6 yards to go. But Evangel is answering and driving back down the field after the Rebels took a 15-14 lead. We're in the last few seconds of the third quarter.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter.
So we'll be back with the final 12 minutes of the semifinal game. After 3/4 of the play, it's West Monroe 15 and Evangel 14. You're listening to West Monroe football.
If a tree fell in your backyard and no one was there to hear it, what chainsaw would you use to cut it up? A Steel, the best and most reliable chainsaws on the planet. From Twin City Outdoor Equipment, the largest steel dealer in the South. For a limited time, buy a Steel chainsaw from Twin City Outdoor Equipment and we'll give you the carrying case free. Everything we sell is backed by our Steel-trained professionals because when it comes to service, we don't play around. Twin City Outdoor Equipment, 1900 Cypress, West Monroe.
Tillman Tire Center is your pit stop for fast service, friendly people, and fair prices. Since 1948, Tillman has been serving West Monroe with custom wheels, brakes, front-end repair, alignment, and of course, the best selection of name brand tires. Visit us at 1914 Cypress Street in West Monroe, and we will get you and your vehicle out in a flash.
Ready to begin the final period of play. Evangel with the football about the 27-yard line of the Rebels. Second down and 6 yards to go. 12 minutes remaining in the semifinals. The winner of the game goes to the championship game next week in the Superdome. Right now, the Rebels lead it 15-14. It has been a dandy. Duron in the shotgun. He waits the snap and a quick pass out here to Hester. Has it. Hester down to the 25. He's dumped at the 24, maybe the 23. He is short of the first down, as Luke Sanders is out there to make the tackle. We're going to say the 24-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down and 3 yards to go now for the Eagles of Evangel Christian Academy.
Big third down coming up for Evangel. They certainly have an outstanding kicker, and they're in his distance right now, well within his range, but you want to get a little closer, and you know they want 6 points. Evangel's already used 2 timeouts in this second half. They're taking a long time to get the right personnel on the field, and they're going to have to hurry to get this play off.
They need 3 yards for the first down.
Too
they
many
have
men.
it at the 24-yard line. They asked for timeout. They got the timeout, I think, before the clock expired. They would have had a 5-yard penalty, and Denny Duron, their quarterback, is not happy about it.
That's their last timeout of this football game.
We'll keep it here this time and remind you that the third quarter tonight's action is brought to you by Rexel Electrical Supply House. Call Vance Ferris or Brad Childs for anything electrical at 325-9696. Rexel proudly supporting the Rebels. Only problem with that is we're not in the third quarter, we're in the fourth quarter. In our fourth quarter, tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by the Home Improvement Center of West Monroe. Find everything you need to get ready for all your new year home improvement projects at great prices. Home Improvement Center off I-20 at exit 115 South. Let's go down to the field in this Superior Motors report from Bill Norris.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what a huge personnel mix-up they had that time is they've been trying to sneak people in and out of the ball game all night long, and that cost them their third and final timeout. That could be critical as it comes down to the wire. Big third down play if West Monroe can hold it. Look for Evangel to maybe try to go for the field goal to go up in this football game. But a big third down right here.
Here we go, third and about 3 for Evangel from the 24-yard line of West Monroe. Quarterback Duron is down under center. James and Hester split. They give it to Hester running left, and he bangs it to the 20-yard line, and that's a first down run, I think, for Evangel. He got it down to about the 20. And he is hit there and dropped by Mac Dampier and others. It looks as if it will be a first down, and it is for the Eagles of Evangel just inside the 20.
Huge conversion. They go to the star running back who's been playing both ways. A great game tonight, but a great game back home. Neville and Curtis tied at 14. Sterlington leads Northeast 14-6.
2 great games locally. We wish both of those teams well. Here it is 15-14 the Rebels, but Evangel a first down to the West Monroe 20-yard line. Here's Duron handing off to Hester, running right, and he's hit and dropped at the 16-yard line. About 4 yards for big Jacob Hester, the 230-pounder. Luke Sanders having a big game as again there to make the stop for West Monroe.
And West Monroe desperately trying to come up with a turnover here to make a stop. Only 1 turnover here in the second half, the only turnover of the football game for Evangel, and that cost them as they fumbled as they were near the Rebel goal line, about the 10-yard line.
They're keeping Duron down under center. As he shouts instructions out there, they have it at the 16. Handoff goes to James, trying to cut the corner. He's to the 15. James is going to be at the 10, the 5, and he is in for the touchdown for Evangel. Dietrich James got outside, turned on the speed, and with 10:04 left in the game, the Eagles of Evangel have regained the lead. It is 20-15 with the extra point coming.
Well, Frank, they'll probably go for 2 to make this a 7-point lead. Right now they lead it by 5. But let me tell you, that play was made by a block by number 13, Hester, that he put on Luke Sanders. That sprung him to the outside. James, his teammate, that is.
Sure, Evangel will go for 2. Let's quickly check in with Bill.
Well, you just got to hand it to the Evangel football team. They answered the big momentum shift from West Monroe, that big score. They got them on top, and now they've come back and taken the lead. Still plenty of time left in this one. West Monroe will have to go, and here's a flag being thrown right now.
25-second clock has expired. Evangel couldn't get the right personnel in the field, Frank, and I think they signaled for a timeout. They didn't have any.
And now they'll be penalized 5 yards for delay of game. So instead of going for 3 from 3 yards away, Jim, it would have to be from 8 yards out.
Yeah, they line up to go for 2 to make this a 22-15 lead. Is right now it's a 5-point lead, 20-15.
I'm sure they'll still go for the 2-point conversion.
An extra 5 yards doesn't bother this offense too much, but it may take the running, the decision maybe to run the football out of the equation. They may have to throw it here. And they're still having trouble getting the right personnel on the field. They may get another delay of game.
The clock is running, 9 seconds. They're going to have to get out there and hurry the play. Duran is back in the shotgun, 5 seconds to snap it. 8 yards away, there's the snap. Duran rolls right, a flag is down. They're stopping play. They're going to penalize him another 5 yards, and Denny Duran is really showing that he is upset.
Well, they just won't get him to play in. They won't get the right personnel, and so he doesn't really have any choice. And so now it's going to be an extra point attempt as they move them back another 5? This ball is going to be spotted, what, about the 12, almost 13-yard line. I don't see the kicker, though, on the field.
With another 5 yards, it'll be at the 13-yard line.
Well, they finally got the personnel on the field, I think, that they want.
And they are still not going to kick it. They're still going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Duran going to his receivers, telling them what play to run.
Duran way back there in the shotgun all by himself. They need 13 yards. There's the snap. Rebels coming, and they have him. He is sacked way back at the 25-yard line by Jordan Gio for West Monroe. He had a bead on him, and Duran never had a chance. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The score stands. 10 minutes left in the game, and we'll be back. The score, Evangel 20, West Monroe 15. You're listening to West Monroe football.
AllBritainPhoto.com. 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 Your website for the best of West Monroe sports action. It may be cheerleaders, the band, the Raiders, the play of the week, or it might even be you. Log on and pick your shot. Remember, allbritainphoto.com for the best of West Monroe sports.
Sailing kick. Marcus Van Buren fumbles it, picks it up to 15, back to the 20. Van Buren is out to the 25-yard line. It goes down there. The Rebels, Marcus Van Buren had trouble getting the handle on it. But once he got control of the ball, he returns it to the 25-yard line where Jason Bachman makes the tackle. With Jim 9:57 left, plenty of time. Rebels simply have to do what Evangel did, and that's answer. West Monroe had taken the lead. Evangel mounted a drive and took it down the field. Rebels need to do the same right now.
And that was an impressive drive by Evangel.
And West Monroe has a chance to answer here.
Double wing Rebels, tight formation for West Monroe. And the give will go to the fullback Banks, who drives it across the 30, and he pulls his way to the 33-yard line. Hard running by Brandon Banks, the young man who wrestled the ball away for a touchdown reception and a pass to give the Rebels a lead in the third quarter. That time running with great authority. Advances it out to the 33-yard line. A gain of about almost 7 yards on the play. Zach Schreiber made the tackle for Evangel.
And power football that time. They ran behind about 7 guys on that right side.
No tailback for the Rebels. One back, Banks, and he gets it again. Sanye fakes and keeps the football, and he has the first down out beyond the 35 to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. He faked it to Banks that time, kept it down the line, and turned upfield. And Sanye should have a first down for the Rebels.
West Monroe might have gotten a break that time. It looked like Brandon might have jumped just a little bit before the snap of the football, but no call.
First down and 10, West Monroe. It's on 37-yard line. So they pick up a first down to start this drive. Again, the same double tight and double wing set right. One back is Banks behind Sanye. And it's Sanye faking and keeping to the 40. He fumbles the football. Scramble for it, 38. Whose ball? He fumbled the football, running the option. Trying to turn it upfield. No indication yet.
Evangel
has recovered the football. And they make that recovery at the 37-yard line, I believe.
Oh, what a big play that was. That's the third turnover. The third fumble recovered by Evangel tonight.
A huge play for Evangel. 8:53 left in the game. They lead 20-15, and they have just recovered a fumble at the Rebel 37.
And somehow the West Monroe defense has got to come up with a stop here.
Duran is down under center, as he was most of that last drive. He'll send Hester in motion and pitch it out to James, running to the right side, trying to turn the corner. And the Rebels after him, and they have him. He'll lose yardage back to the 39-yard line. Great play. Gill was in pursuit and turned him back the other way. And then Alexis Washington knocked him down to the 39. They'll lose a couple of yards on the play. Almost 3, in fact, near the 40-yard line. And a great job of the Rebel defensive team that time.
Boy, Jordan Gill absolutely ran James down on that play. We saw some of Jordan's outstanding speed. He really disrupted that play, caused James to change his direction, and that resulted in the long loss.
Second and about 13 yards to go near the 40 of West Monroe. Denny Duran back in a shotgun all by himself. There's a snap. Rebels 4-man rush. Duran throwing over the middle. It is trapped. It is incomplete. They tried to call it a catch, but John Parker scooped it up on one hop. It is third down and 13. The Eagles at the Rebel 40-yard line.
And again, it was Gio coming on the weak side blitz. He and Slocum with all kind of pressure on Denny Duran, and he had to throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
So what a big play coming here. The Rebel defense needs to stop him once again. Third down, 13. Football near the 39 of West Monroe. Shotgun for Duran. He has a back with him this time, and there's a snap. Duran backs up, 3-man rush, sets up a quick pass, has James to the 40, but he's knocked down to the 36-yard line. Short gain on the play, and a good tackle by Matt Slocum, Jim, who came back to make the tackle on James after he'd made the reception of the quick pass from Denny Duran.
But it was Mac Dampier with a great recognition on that play, and he really busted up the blocker who was trying to spring James on the play. That allowed Slocum to come back and make that play.
And the Rebel defense did just what you asked them to do, Jim. They have held and put the Eagles in punt formation on 4th down and 8 from about the 36-yard line of West Monroe.
No one really back for West Monroe.
Jared Jennings in punt formation. There's a snow snap controlled, and he punts it down the field. And he tries to get it out of bounds. It hits at the 5 and takes a great bounce out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Tremendous job by Jennings. The Rebels are going to be deep, but They stopped the Eagles from moving the football. They trailed Evangel 20-15, and the Rebels take it over with 7:14 to play. They'll have it at their own 7-yard line. They get the 8-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines in the Superior Motors report from Bill Norris.
Well, we've seen the Rebels many times, guys, make championship drives, and they're going to have to do it right here. 7:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. They got the football. If they're going to line up with all these two tights, they're going to have to protect the football. Ben's going to have to do it.
Again, the double tight formation. 2 wings for the Rebels. Saunier faking, back to throw, looking, and they're after him, and they throw him down in the end zone. The ball is loose, and it's a touchdown for Evangel. They knocked Saunier down in the end zone. He lost the handle on the football, and Evangel has recovered for a touchdown with 7:05 left in the game.
So back-to-back fumbles by senior quarterback Ben Saunier, and the Rebels couldn't dodge the second one.
25-15. Bill, go ahead.
I hadn't got it really out of my mouth to protect the football down there, and we just didn't do it. That's the 4th or 5th turnover for the West Monroe tonight. We talked about in the keys to the game, we could not turn the football over, and that's something that we just have done. You can't do it with a good team like Evangel.
And the kicker's not on the field.
They don't have a timeout. They can't ask for timeout. They have 10 seconds to get him out there. The holder, Duron, is there. And Jennings finally got out there. Let's see if they'll get the snap away. They do. The placement and the extra point is blocked. The kick is no good, so it is a 10-point lead for Evangel. 11-point lead. Yeah, 5 looks like a 6. An 11-point lead with 7:06 remaining. We'll be back. Evangel 26, West Monroe 15. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Get to the Rebel Store now and see the newly expanded edition. The Rebel Store and Crafts Galore on Arkansas Road carries everything for the game and everything for the fans. Sweatshirts, windsuits, jackets, jewelry, bumper stickers, car paint, flags, bedding, hot sauces, gadgets, and more. Wear your red, white, and blue from the Rebel Store. For all your Rebel football student or fan needs, come hear the Rebel yell at the Rebel Store. 3327 Arkansas Road in West Monroe. Stop by today or visit us on the web at craftsgalore-therebelstore.com.
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
We're back here in Evangel. Rebels trying to throw it out of the end zone. Just Saunier lost the handle of that thing. And, of course, Evangel capitalizing, recovering the ball in the end zone, and now making it an 11-point lead with 7:06 left in the game. The Rebels need something big to happen and in a hurry now. 2-possession game. Van Buren is deep along with Jared Vickery for the Rebels as Jared Jennings kicks off for the Eagles. Sailing kick, Vickery the 17, back to the 20. Vickery going the other way, 25, needs a block, 30, and he is knocked down about the 32-yard line. Hard running Jared Vickery with a kickoff return. The Rebels at their own 32 will have 68 yards to go. Jeremy Lawson made the tackle on that kickoff return for Evangel.
Frank Gooden going to come back in the ball game. The last 2 times West Monroe had it, they tried the single back. That was Brandon Banks. But they need a big play in a big way offensively.
6 minutes and 58 seconds left in the game. Double tight formation, a wing set left. Banks and Gooden in the eye. Pitch it out to Gooden. Sweeping right, looks for room. He's hit hard at the 30. He lost 2 yards on that play. Toss sweep as Gooden took the pitch out. Tim Henderson, a 310-pound defensive lineman, hammered him at the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for West Monroe.
And not the way the West Monroe offense obviously wanted to start. Evangel obviously fired up, smelling a victory here. This would be their 5th in 6 meetings with West Monroe and would deny the Rebels their 8th straight appearance in the Louisiana Superdome in the 5A state championship game.
Again, the double tight for the Rebels. A wing set left and an eye backfield. And here's Saunier faking, back to throw, looking, setting up, going to run the football. And he is hit hard and dropped back at the 26-yard line. Saunier level by linebacker Jason Rogers. He almost took his head off.
Well, he did take his head off. He tackled him up around the head and tried to take his head off.
They say the 27. There's where the loss will be put down, and it's third down, about 16 yards to go for West Monroe now with 5:47 remaining in the game.
Luke Sanders coming in to the football game to play on the offensive end. Let's see if they try to get him the football, maybe at a tight end position.
Out of the game goes Dustin Frost. Rebels don't have much time left on the snap clock. They're going to ask for timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll be back. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. The score, Evangel 26, the Rebels 15. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
His specialty is cooking, but his delight is people. A natural combination at Barbecue West. For more than 20 years, Robert Lewis has perfected secret recipes. Prime roast beef and saucy sausage, choice chicken and lip-smacking ribs. His menu features flavors beyond comparison. Thursday is steak night, seasoned to perfection on an open grill. It's cooking and people at Barbecue West. Barbecue at its best, Monday through Saturday, 10 till 10. Sunday, 10 till 2 at Key West Plaza in West Monroe.
Works here? Yes. Here? Yes. Here? No.
No? Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
It's no.
Do you want some of this?
Let's rumble.
Let's go tonight.
Karen, you're the customer. Surely this is enough network for you, yes?
No.
Do we think alike or what? You want wireless coverage wherever you go. So at Alltel, we're expanding our digital network by over 150,000 square miles. Better digital coverage?
You got that right.
Alltel.
Thanks.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Okay, here we go. The Rebels. Football, their own 27. Third down, about 16 yards to go. 5.5 minutes left in the game and trailing by 11 points. Need something to happen here. Luke Sanders is in the game. Down under center, Saunier. He's dropping back to throw and firing it. The ball is batted in the air, intercepted. The 35. Back to the 30. Evangel with it to the 25. Running the football back to the 20 and hit hard at the 19-yard line. For Evangel, Jacob Hester makes the interception and return. And Evangel has the ball inside the 20-yard line. Dustin Frost made the tackle.
And Frank, that should do it. He was trying to throw the ball deep to Luke Sanders, but he just didn't have any time. And, you know, in Saunier's defense, when he's gone back to pass, he just hasn't had much time at all.
22-yard line. That's the point where the Evangel Eagles will have the football. They have it at the Rebel 22 after Jacob Hester's interception.
And look for Evangel just simply to line up and run the football right at West Monroe and run this clock out.
Deer run under center. Hester and James split in the backfield. Handoff, Dietrich James running left the 20, trying to turn the corner. 15 down about the 12-yard line is the very elusive.
He fumbled.
Dietrich
He fumbled
James.
the ball out of bounds.
Fumbled it out of bounds, and they'll still keep the football. Let's head down to the field and check in with Bill.
Well, just a lot of frustration on the sidelines for this West Monroe Rebel football team. The turnovers have just killed them, absolutely killed them in this football contest. A great Evangel team, but you can't give them that many opportunities and expect to have any success or have much success.
First down, Evangel, about the 12-yard line of the Rebels. 5 minutes left in the game after they intercepted the Rebel pass. Evangel has an 11-point lead, and they'll have a running play to Hester. He'll run and be stopped for no gain. May get a yard. That's about all. Not much that time inside for big Jacob Hester, but the clock will run as Alexis Washington and Mac Dampier, a couple of very fine seniors on this team, combine on the tackle.
And I don't think I've seen a better game played defensively than the one Luke Sanders has played tonight. He, along with Mac Dampier, and this whole West Monroe defense has played outstanding all night long. And there's another penalty called. I think they gave a warning to Evangel early, the coaching staff, and now I think they're going to get a penalty. Of course, it doesn't mean a whole lot at this juncture unless a turnover would ensue.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Evangel. Instead of having it at about the 12-yard line, they're going to be penalized 15 yards. They have had a lot of penalties tonight.
Well, they have. And let's look at some of these seniors defensively. You know, Alexis Washington has really stepped up at defensive end. David Trichel's made the transition.
And done very well.
Oh, he certainly has. And, you know, you got David Lewis and Bridger Durham, Coach Beach's favorite guys. You know, he's really seen these guys grow up, and they've been a big part of West Monroe's success.
Penalty is only a 5-yard penalty, Jim. Not sure what that was. Back to the 17-yard line. Second down, about 15 now.
Duran letting the clock run down.
4.5 minutes left in the game. Denny Duran letting it run down as far as he can. Takes the snap, fakes inside, keeps it himself, and goes down about the 16-yard line.
A busted play that time. Hester didn't know he was going to get the football, and I think Duran thought he was going to give it to Hester, so he just tried to run with it and really took a knee before the Rebel safety, Bridger Durham, came up to make the hit. And they're just simply letting the clock run down.
They're in no hurry, and they don't need to be. 4 minutes left in the football game. Right now they have it third down and 14. The football about the 16-yard line of West Monroe, but they lead it by 11. The Eagles of Evangel will go to the state championship game, it appears, once again. Denny Duran hands off to Hester, running left inside the 15, barrels it down to about the 12, maybe the 11-yard line. Tackled that time by Matt Slocum, one of the juniors on this team. It'll be back next year for West Monroe.
Well, I tell you what, Frank, the last extra point attempt that Evangel tried, or one of them was blocked. This may be the play for West Monroe as Evangel lines up to kick a field goal. If they could somehow block this,
you're right,
they could get back in this football game. I don't know that I would kick it here.
Evangel's going to what looks to be a 30-yard field goal try coming by Jared Jennings now with 3:10 left in the game. There's a snap, low placement. They get the kick in the air, and Jared Jennings' 30-yard field goal is up, and the kick is no good. He
wide right, I believe.
Missed it right.
Hooked it.
3 minutes left in the game. The Rebels have the football. They'll get it out on their own 20-yard line, trailing 26-15. Let's go to the field and check in with Bill on this Superior Motors report.
Well, guys, the defense for Evangel has been just so tough all night long. You got to figure that West Monroe's got to stretch it somehow. 3 minutes left to go. You got to kick it. I mean, you got to score, and then you got to onside kick it. You got to try to get the football back. It's a 2-possession game, but that second possession could be a field goal.
It would take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, though, for that to happen.
And so the Rebels from their own 20. Sagne faking, keep it. Now pitching out, ball on the ground. Gooden trying to pick it up, and they're all over him back around the 16-yard line. Pitch out went awry as the Rebels tried to run the option, and Gooden did pick it up, and they knock him down the 16, so the loss is 4. And the clock runs with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Patrick Frazier there on the tackle of Gooden after the Rebels had the pitch out go awry.
And that time, Ben Sagne trying to draw all the defenders to him, and at the last minute, pitch it back to Gooden. And so hopefully he could maybe spring one. But the pitch, you're right, was just, he didn't see it when he pitched it back. He just thought he knew where the runner was, and it was off the mark.
Second down play. Here's Sagne rolling left to throw, and he fires on the run. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Dustin Frost, who'll be back next year. And it's third down and 14 for the Rebels. Clock stopped with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on the 26-15 Evangel lead.
And of course, West Monroe, obviously not a passing football team. They've had some success tonight when they've given Sagne some time. But this is, you know, just a task that it's hard to put on this offense when you need 2 scores and you've got the ball this deep in your own territory.
Ryan Pilcher is wide left. Middleton the slot left. Third down 14. The Rebels are their own 16. Sagne rolling. They're after him. He throws it upfield. And Middleton, great catch, the 40, and he's down there. Little Nate Middleton with a great catch at the Rebel 40-yard line and a first down for West Monroe. What a catch for little Nate Middleton right in front of his brother Matt coaching for Evangel.
That's right, and you know Matt's got a smile on his face after seeing his younger brother make that catch. But I tell you what, Ben Sagne rolling to his left, throwing across his body.
Indeed.
That ball was a strike.
Outstanding throw by Ben Sagne. First down the 40. Sagne back to throw it again and firing. Batted down and incomplete by one of those big linemen for Evangel. That was big number 57, Patrick Frazier.
6'4", 250 pounds. Frazier just, he just swatted that one away.
1:57 left. That's the time remaining in the game as the Rebels trail at 26 to 15.
And these Rebels still giving it their absolute all. Trying desperately to put some points on the board before the clock runs out.
Barfield is wide right. Pilcher wide right. No, Barfield left the game. Pilcher's wide right. Middleton the slot out there. Saunier hands to Banks inside. Little draw play, but he's knocked down hard. The 44. He got 5 yards. Josh Barron, the free safety, made the hit.
And they really need to go into the no huddle right now. With West Monroe huddling up, they're losing an awful lot of time.
1:40. That's the time remaining in the football game, and the Rebels down by 11 points. Well, Coach Beach talked about it in the pregame show, Jim. Big plays and particularly turnovers make the difference in games like this, and that's what it's been tonight. Turnovers suffered by West Monroe. Saunier back to throw again and firing the pass incomplete down around the 48-yard line of Evangel. That will bring up 4th down for West Monroe.
And there's taunting once again by an Evangel player as Mark Moss had his helmet knocked off by number 69, Drew Gadberry, and then Moss taunting Gadberry, and I think he's going to get a 15-yard penalty. You know, you just got to wonder, about a team that gets so many unsportsmanlike penalties called against them.
The officials gathering in a conference. Let's go down the field and check in with Bill.
Well, it certainly doesn't bode well for the type of football game that we wanted to see out here, and especially with what Evangel Christian represents. Just got to be. They're obviously going to win this football game with 1:20 left, unless some type of miracle happens. You just hate to see young kids lose their composure. I think on the block, they just got tangled up, but the face mask got tangled up. And Gadberry, our center, I believe Drew, just tried to get out from under the entanglement, and the helmet came off. And then, of course, they I don't know if he thought it was a flag or not.
Bill, they're gonna mark off 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against Evangel.
They flagged 51 because he was taunting Gadberry, and then they flagged number 75 because he went after one of the West Monroe players.
So it should be 30 yards and penalties against Evangel after all this is assessed. The Rebels had 4th down coming at their own 44-yard line. All this comes with 1:20 left in the game, and the Rebels trailing 26 to 15.
And Evangel giving West Monroe slim hopes, still just a little bit of life left. Because if it's 30 yards and penalties, this will put the ball
well into Evangel territory. Still discussing it out there, Jim.
They're wondering if one of the Evangel players has been kicked out of this football game. I'm not sure.
Mark Moss actually came to the side. No, he's still out there. Now he's coming toward the sideline.
And he may not be able to play anymore.
He comes to the Evangel sideline, and the officials still talking out there, trying to decide what they're going to do. Now I think they're going to pick up the ball and assess the penalties. Starts at the 44-yard line of West Monroe. And here is a 15-yard penalty against Evangel. That'll move it to the 41-yard line of Evangel. Now he picks it up again. They're going to step off 15 more against the Eagles. That'll move that ball down just outside the 25 at the 26-yard line of Evangel. 1st down and 10 Rebels with 1:20 left in the game, trailing by 11.
And the Rebels still have life in this football game, believe it or not.
You score quickly, then kick that onside kick. You never know what'll happen.
Absolutely.
So the Rebels now just outside the 25-yard line of Evangel. We're going to call it the 25.
And Frank, the clock is running, and West Monroe doesn't realize it, and they're not up there on the line of scrimmage. I don't think
receivers right. 2 go right, 1 left. Rebels Saunier, now they stop play. Whistles are blowing and flags are flying, and play is being stopped, and the clock is down to 1:04.
Well, that's just a terrible mistake by West Monroe. They didn't even realize the clock was running, and they just took their time, and they lost almost 30 seconds.
Well, let's see now. This will be a 5-yard penalty against the Rebels for illegal procedure. Move the ball back to the 30-yard line of Evangel. 1st down and 15 yards to go. 1:04. That's the time remaining in the game.
And look for Luke Sanders to line up at a wide receiver. And Sonye, if he gets single coverage, he's going to throw it up.
And Bridger Durham is a wide receiver to the left side. Sonye dropping back. He's throwing it up for Sanders, trying to get to it, and it is knocked down and incomplete. Actually, Luke had gotten tripped out there, I think. It's a long, incomplete pass. Bring it back to the 30-yard line with 47.3 seconds left in the game. Travis White on the coverage.
Incidental contact that time between Sanders as he was looking for the ball and number 6, Travis White, who really couldn't find the football.
Rebels trying to get one in the end zone, and then, of course, hope to come up with a quick onside kick and somehow miraculously come back in this football game.
And I think they're going to run the same play again. Sanders went over to the sidelines, and he's coming right back out again.
Sonye back to throw it again, looking and firing. This pass incomplete down around the 20-yard line. That'll make it third down from the 30-yard line. Hey, we want to send our best to Jeffrey Gordon, who's been in the hospital. Jeffrey's doing better, we understand. We're thinking and praying for him as he makes good progress.
We certainly are. And certainly hope he's going to be okay and hope he's listening to the game. And maybe the Rebels can pull it out for you, Jeffrey. They still got 42 seconds left. The ball is at the Evangel 30.
Third down and 15 yards to go. West Monroe down by 11 points to Evangel. It's been an outstanding game tonight. Here's Sonye. Quick drop. He's going to throw it for Bridger Durham, and he cannot get to it. The 10 flag is down. I think we're going to have interference call. Durham, the intended receiver, who was in at the wideout that time.
And I'm not sure who the call is going to go against. They got tangled up, and this one could go either way.
Well, the officials gathering with 38.3 seconds left in the game.
Ramon Broadway, I think, on the coverage, and he's going to get called for pass interference.
Interference against the Eagles. So the Rebels will get a first down on this thing, and still a little bit of life here, a little bit of breath in these West Monroe Rebels.
I throw a little screen pass to Brandon Banks, and I bet he gets in the end zone.
Here's the penalty now against Evangel. That'll move the ball down to about the 16-yard line of Evangel. First down there for the Rebels with 38.3 seconds remaining.
Boy, and how big was that fumble in the end zone now for a touchdown?
Oh, yeah. Wide left is Frost. To the right side, Barfield and Middleton. And Sonye rolls right. Goes back in the middle for Frost. Oh, it's incomplete, just off the fingertips. Just off the fingertips of Frost in the end zone. Went high in the air, Jim. He didn't quite get high enough to bring it in.
And what a throw by Ben Sonye. And that senior hasn't given up. I tell you what, he's hanging in there. All kinds of pressure being applied to him. And he threw another strike to Dustin Frost.
These Rebels battling with 34.6 seconds remaining and trailing by 11.
You know, this has been an outstanding performance by West Monroe if you take away the turnovers.
Pilcher left, Barfield right, Frost in the slot right from the 16. They stop play again. Flags are flying.
Looks like the right tackle for West Monroe jumped. A lot of noise being made right now, particularly by the Evangel fans. It may be hard to hear the snap count.
As they assess the penalty, let's again go down to the sidelines and check in with Bill.
Well, I'm standing here beside Mac Dampier, the fine senior linebacker, and just told him that, what a great season and what a great 3 or 4 years he's given us a lot of excitement. And I know he's disappointed and ejected at this point, but just wanted to wish him all the best in the world. Just a quality young man.
From the 20, Sonye gives it to Banks to the 15. Banks driving to about the 12-yard line and stop there. That comes with 25 seconds left. The Rebels asked for timeout. So they tried to fool him and found some running room with big Brandon Banks inside. What a job he's done since moving from linebacker to fullback early in the season.
Well, that's really been the catalyst in the turnaround for this West Monroe offense. You know, when John Preston went down with an injury, they really couldn't get that 1-2 punch at tailback and fullback until they inserted Brandon in the football game. And he and Gooden have been pretty special in the backfield ever since.
Hey, tonight's fourth quarter being brought to you by the Home Improvement Center of West Monroe. Find everything you need to get ready for all your new year home improvement projects and at great prices. The Home Improvement Center off I-20 at exit 115 South. Thanks to all the sponsors that have made our broadcast possible this year. Lakewood Physical Therapy, Century 21 agent DJ Freeman, Rexel, United States Army, Superior Motors, AeroPress, Wireless West, Acme Glass, Maggie Moose, Auto Specialist, Strange Wholesale, Culp's Automotive, Catching Ray, Snappy Car Wash, Sam Henry Attorney at Law, and the Home Improvement Center of West Monroe. All right, Jim, the Rebels have it. Third down and 8 from about the 13-yard line of Evangel. And Zanye backing to throw it again and looking and throwing into the end zone. This ball is dropped incomplete or knocked down. Almost intercepted and then dropped incomplete to bring up fourth down now for the Rebels from the 13.
Well, Frank, this is just an idea, but you've got to have two scores. You might kick a field goal here and at least give you a chance to try the onside kick and maybe throw one up in the end zone.
Yeah, not a bad thought, Coach. 19 seconds to go. The Rebels are not going to try that. They're going to try to throw this one in the end zone. Here we go. 19 seconds to play. Sanye back on fourth down. Looking. He's down. He's sacked. Evangel takes the ball. And Evangel will head to the state championship game next week.
He held it just a little bit too long. He couldn't find a receiver open. And great pressure from the maybe the right linebacker, right defensive end.
Well, these two rivals have battled again tonight here in Shreveport, but Evangel's going to take this win, and they're going to head to the state championship game to play either Huntsville or Carencro next Saturday night.
And this is going to be the 5th victory out of 6 games by Evangel against West Monroe, and it will deny the Rebels an 8th straight appearance in the Louisiana Superdome State Championship 5A game.
So Denny. Here's Duron taking a knee, and this game is over. Evangel and Huntsville in the championship game next week. The Rebels season will end with a 12-2 record, but it's been a great year for West Monroe. They played their hearts out in a great football game tonight, but they lose to the Eagles.
Well, they really did. They played their hearts out. There's no way. West Monroe has turned it over a lot this year, and they've won some football games, but as Bill alluded to, you cannot turn it over 5 times against a team like Evangel, and particularly where they turned it over. They cost themselves a touchdown on 4th and goal from the 2 when they fumbled. They fumbled it one time inside their own 10 on a bad snap from the punt, or a snap that Slavant couldn't handle. That gave Evangel an easy touchdown, and then they fumbled in the end zone and gave Evangel 6 points. So you basically gave them 2 touchdowns and cost yourself 1. That's a difference of 21 points, and that's really been the bottom line of this ball game.